Well, then I'll talk to you guys, because screw everybody else. That's right. You people are just free beer money. Fuck you.
What do you mean, you people?
What do you mean?
So, welcome back, everybody, to Is It Saturday Yet, where a bunch of us nerdy-ass assholes get together, drink beer, and sometimes play Dungeons & Dragons. Last week...
Wait, we're playing Dungeons & Dragons?
Yeah.
I didn't bring my dice.
Last week, everybody but Red and Job killed a blue dragon. Red and Job were back at Tommendale because retcon is fun.
I was there.
You killed a dragon?
Yeah.
You were there?
Yeah.
Oh,
He
wow,
was here.
that's nice. Okay, so everybody but Red. That's right. Staff, who's not here, was there also.
Although Red Forgeman's
No,
been
you
looking
have
for
two.
himself in the
I
map.
probably need to, actually.
Alright.
It was red on the clipboard there.
Oh. Yeah.
You need a character sheet, don't you?
So last week, everybody here except for Red and Staff was here, who is not, went and killed a blue dragon in a weird underground temple, probably built to worship said blue dragon, who had a sweet burrow / den beneath the sand of the desert to the west of the Teth Mountains. They were accompanied by Mike Mack and Sir Reginald Fancy Pants. Their efforts were on behalf of the Lady Silverhand of the Lord's Alliance, also a member of the Arcane Brotherhood, who pretty much insisted, and Rosalind was okay with those guys tagging along to help you guys figure out what's going on inside the temple. After Mike and Mac fell to their death, and Sir Reginald did his best to escape after not being helped across one of the sinkholes. He also expired due to some behind-the-scenes dice rolls. Poor Sir Reginald and his fancy pants.
He was a trespasser.
After destroying the blue dragon beneath the desert, again behind-the-scenes dice rolls, Gearon attempted to plane shift everybody back to the fort at Tommendale and accidentally teleported everybody to...
It's a flying duck.
It's rainbow.
Sorry, I here. To Wasserhofen, a slightly inland from the coast, larger town, almost city, known for lumber exports and the building of ships and barges and whatnot for the management of lumber and whatnots being shipped up to Orkenhofen.
What's the main population?
More than 1,000, less than 2,000.
Sorry, what's the population of
Primarily human and half-breeds. Like halflings, humans mostly. Well, like there's half-orcs, halflings.
What town?
Wasserhofen. I think you guys did Mayday there, is that correct?
What was that?
Wasserhofen, Mayday?
No, that was in Southampton.
Okay.
So we would be...
I mean, can we still do the same thing just here?
Did we return to Tommendale or Southampton?
You guys went...
We're in Wasserhofen.
So
I accidentally teleported us to the wrong place.
Yeah, he accidentally
And
kinda...
you would immediately recognize it.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, with your cartography, you're like, oh yeah, we spent Mayday like a couple of days south from here.
Yeah.
And it was the first major city that you ever saw in your life.
Yeah.
So.
Yes, it was.
Scarred for life.
Yeah.
Alright,
So I mean,
if anybody has some notes that knows some inns here, it's been a long time since y'all have been back here.
do you want to try again and
If you want
get
to
us
go through my
home?
whole 4
Yes.
chapters.
We could stay. I mean,
Out of character, assuming we're not waylaid, I'm just gonna try the teleport.
Yeah, you guys are like...
Tar's looking at the map, kind of confused. Like, this isn't home. Home.
And
Oh, buddy.
I got a 12.
It's even worse.
Where to, gentlemen? And ladies?
Random location in all of existence everywhere.
Okay, I'm gonna have to roll
Not the
some
knives.
dice. And
Bye!
is it the Dungeon Master's Guide I need
It very well could be, my friend.
for the planes?
Want to get you a Stein
Good thing we have 3 of those.
Oh, probably should. I've been facing label
Yeah, if
away.
you face your
but-
label away or grab a cup.
Oh, let's grab a Stein in case he wants it.
Here we go.
Can't help you. You're the one who did that.
That's
I
nice.
don't know what it is.
All right.
I know I did the dishes, but
Well, according to this, you teleported to Mount Celestia.
I probably did when I was working with him.
Yes. Mine.
I do believe that it is time for us to leave.
I speak Celestial.
What is this place look like?
So, you guys find yourselves in
I
like a
speak it back.
beautiful meadow, surrounded by
really?
green
No.
grass and
No.
wildflowers. And in the distance, just make a perception check, Tard.
Do you want to go on my passive or you want me to make a check?
Make a check, just for giggles and shit.
I just figured I'd ask because
maybe you're distracted.
I might be a little distracted. Well, that's not that bad.
What can I
9,
kill here?
19.
19. Yeah. So in
Yeah.
the distance, Tar in specific sees Mount Celestia, and maybe it's birds, maybe it's winged celestials. It's unknown, but you guys are generally in like a beautiful meadow.
I am like awestruck, jaw dropped, just like.
Yeah, like this is the first time you've ever seen like a mountain that had a halo. It's kind of pretty.
Would I
It's
be able to
beautiful.
find Yeezus here?
My inner druid is
No, Jesus
needing
would
to
not
change
be
his
on
pants.
Celestia.
Loincloth?
Well,
Loin
this
cloth.
is a definitively good place. This is not a good place for us to be.
You don't like anything new,
And I look at Gearon. Is it because of you?
It is.
It's because
I
of
should leave, and that means we should leave.
Alright.
What did
You should
you
come
do
back.
here,
This
bud?
place
Lock
is
arms
nice.
with
Now that
Tar.
you've seen it, can we come back?
Lock arm your Tar.
And I get it. And back to Tommendale.
Alright, and what could have been really, really good or really, really bad has turned into what you really, really wanted. So congratulations, you made it back to
Hey.
Tommendale.
I'm gonna fucking hit you.
And I pretty much like just start unloading dragon organs
I help him.
and bring scales and bones, and as well as oh shit, what was it? 5K. So you'll have to give me like 2,500 gold worth of the gems that we just got. Rose can give you exact amounts on what we
Yeah,
just
they're
got.
right here.
How much is a
Each.
sapphire? I think it's like worth 2 gold. I mean, they're.
Well, he told us the amounts in
yeah.
conversion costs.
So this is
Oh.
all you're gonna write.
So
Okay, that's
Plus
okay.
16 gold.
that's awesome.
Wait, but 16 gold?
16 gold. It's divided by 6 people. So you're gonna have to write down all of these, which are already divided. This is the exact
Oh,
number.
just take 16
No.
or divide each
16
number by
gold
6?
and all.
No, that's
Take all of
after
these.
division
That's after.
for last week's encounter.
So you get all of that. Plus
Oh,
Yeah.
each person gets that?
So you
Yeah.
get 2 platinum, 16 gold. You should write 16 gold.
I already put it in my shit.
So I get 2 platinum, 16 gold,
And then.
and then
A buttload of gems.
15.
15
That many
diamonds?
diamonds?
Yeah.
Oh my
Well,
god.
not that many, but that many worth of gold
How
in
many
diamonds.
Okay. I
Because
see.
like for the spells, usually you need a certain amount of
Yeah,
gold.
so for like Revivify, you need 500 gold worth of diamonds. For
which
Reincarnation,
333 ruby.
5K I think
Hold
for
on.
reincarnate.
or maybe Reincarnation is 500, Revivify is 300. But
I thought it
like
was several thousand for.
no,
it's not that
there's
much.
another one that's like
Yeah,
50,000,
okay.
and it's like even if their
833
body is
and
destroyed, you
Emerald?
can bring them
Oh.
back if the spirit is willing.
That's like a level 9 spell though.
It's,
That's pretty
yeah, there's a couple in there that are pretty.
Okay. 1,833 sapphire.
One of these days.
How
we'll
much
be-
do I need to give you?
I mean, you guys are gonna have to meet like a
2,500
turtle
worth?
or some.
So just
gnomes
note that
to,
on
So
trade
2,500.
gems and
Yeah.
for
Okay.
gold if you need gold.
We'll probably just use them for spells, really.
And
I do that. And
Well,
Well, we can
figure out-
barter. I mean, we could try and
Yeah.
barter some gems.
so just take out 2,500 gold worth of those gems from
We
your
need
shit.
to-
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Hashtag wild now.
Alright, so after making it back to Tommendale, everybody's gonna have 5 days to do stuff. Gearon's time is going to be pretty much spent.
Yeah.
And I imagine
completely-
my spent time is also.
No, you essentially are going
No,
to
you
give
gave
him.
me a work order and now I'm
Yeah,
doing
you're gonna
it.
give him like a piece of your armor or something that
This is a
you can-
contract.
But don't
It
is
says
he
so
making
right
me
here.
physically bigger as well?
No, it's so it's going to be an enchantment on something you own that you're going to have attuned to
Show off
you.
helmet.
So-
It's going to give you a permanent stat increase while it is on you and attuned.
So
Well, I can't
essentially,
take my armor off. So,
so
basically.
no, so essentially, what I'm doing is I'm crafting a helmet that matches.
Oh,
your
you're doing a
armor.
helmet? Okay.
Yeah, and that helmet will have the permanent enchantment of the enlarge reduce spell,
Okay.
specifically on the mode of enlarge. And you guys can go over the stats of that specifically, but that will take me 5 days and your 2,500 gold worth of materials.
Okay.
And for aesthetics, again, it'll match your suit of armor because I can do that. Like I'm a fucking I'm a
He's
better
an
craftsman
arcane
than you've
armorer.
ever seen. So that's
Dude, this is the first time Job's ever been rich.
oh, and
Blessings,
also
Joe.
during one of those long rests, I'm gonna create a new thing because it happens during a long rest.
I'm gonna spend 2 or 3 days working on the new map for what we've encountered thus far, and
Okay.
also map out the location of that dungeon, etc.
Okay, and yeah, you fairly easily map out the entirety of everything that you saw. You realize that there's a couple of doors that you had not gone through completely. You realize that when you were down in the dragon's chamber, you hadn't, fully, like you'd investigated it, but you hadn't I wonder how the dragon got in and out of here. That was a pretty small hallway that we came down,
Yeah.
right?
Because we've encountered a dragon that was stuck before because of
Yeah.
that. So, when Gearon returns, I'm going to at least inform him that there might be more in that dungeon should we choose to
Okay.
have a look.
All right. Anybody else? So Rosalind, when she's back, has the garden to attend to, and maybe maintenance, etc. on
Armory.
the workout pit / armory. Job, you got some free time.
Can I go to? Is there a local church of Jesus?
There's not a local church of Jesus.
I construct a church of Jesus.
So in 5 days, you can essentially
Can I
you can
Are we
rope off.
at
You're at Tommendale.
Tommendale?
So
I'll
like
help you build a
so you can make a
or
chapel,
whatever you want to build.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but it's
straight
gonna
up, I'll
take
help
you more than 5
Sweet.
days.
but can
Yeah,
I,
we can start though.
yeah, we
Yeah.
can start it. All right, I want to do that.
So during the day, I'd like to help Job,
Is that
and during the
Saturday?
evening, I'd like to cartography.
New model.
Okay.
And I don't know. Do I find? Is there any poor people around? Like hoboes?
I mean, everyone at
so-
Moss are open, or Tommendale is our recruits, so they're
Yeah, they're pretty broke.
Pretty broke.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's pretty much
Empire's
still living on
falling,
the same
they're
30
recruited
gold
by
that they got
them.
paid a month ago.
How many people are there?
All told is 8 because you guys had 13. A couple of people defected, a couple of people got recruited, and a couple of people died.
All right, I give each of these 8 people 50 gold.
They are paid for the next 2 months.
that's quite a penance.
Do you have that?
No, it wasn't
Yeah,
pay. It was
sure.
charity.
Well,
Don't tell them that.
Roll. Do you want to
Yeah,
roll
right.
divine favor? See if
This isn't,
anything cool happens?
these aren't yen
'Cause,
bucks.
you've got
Oh,
favor
divine
right now.
intervention. I guess
Yeah.
I could do that 5 times. No, because I have to wait 10 days.
Yeah.
So you do it.
Oh, it's true. All right. So anyway,
Oh no, you
you
already did it.
feel like Jesus is proud of you.
Is Jesus proud of me?
What's 8 times 5? 45?
8 times 5 is
Go
I'm kind
murder
of
a
a cleric.
tree, it'll be fine.
40?
Yeah.
40.
Yeah,
I mean, we're building it out of wood. I don't know how I feel about any of this.
In
Killing
your
is the
basic,
mission.
so what you guys
So-
have managed to do is you've framed off a area where you can construct a foundation. If you choose to do some elemental forming, do some stone elemental forming, you can build your foundation.
I guess I could be a stone elemental for the next 5 days.
And I'll have everybody's gonna do everybody who's gonna do stuff is
Well,
gonna
in
do
the
a
evening,
series
I
of
can work on
checks. There's some luck involved. Although Gearon is super skilled, you can do a couple checks on your construction.
Want me
You
to
guys-
roll 5d20 right here?
I
for
don't
the
think I'm gonna
5
need
days
5.
of crafting?
I'm not gonna need 5. That just we'll do like a general on 3.
So 3d20s.
Yeah, and if it goes real shit, we can do
with
we can do
advantage,
5.
with guidance, because I mean, there's 3 of us working.
I have double proficiency plus 5 in.
I like
He is a solo craftsman. Like if there's an armorer, an enchanter,
lead.
or a craftsperson.
So I got a 20 plus 13, which would be a 33. I got a 1 plus 13, which would be a 14. And I got a 3 plus 13, which would be a 16.
Oh, it's
Okay.
a check. So that one.
So
Yeah.
oddly
So
enough,
you can't
the,
crit fail a check.
yeah.
But
The two bad rolls were like sourcing the exact materials you need. You made 3 fucking helms. You couldn't get the color just right because his shit is endowed by Jesus.
literally made by a god.
So you're having some trouble getting the color just right, but the stats and everything are on point, and in your own Gearon way, explain to him how upset you are with the color match, and then explain away why you couldn't get it just right.
I
How noticeable
understand
is this color
that
match, though?
you have spent several days erecting a temple to a deity that literally has relations with hawks. However, I could not get the color just right. It is exactly 0.05 lumens off of the proper shade.
Does Gearon?
No!
Does Gearon believe in other gods? Does Gearon believe in gods?
So check it
I
out.
worship Primus.
Gearon.
Based.
Primus sucks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at Gearon and be like, that's unacceptable, but I
Make a
guess I'll have to
perception
do
check.
with
Make a
what's
perception check.
I guess it'll have to be.
Well, you just told me.
Yeah, but make a perception check.
Well,
I can
it
actually notice
will
it.
do the job. I am ashamed
Plus,
to
like,
present you with something
You look at like the non-tarnish
such
of
low
your armor, and you
craftsmanship.
see like there's and then you look at the helm and you're like, I don't know what he's talking about.
Right? I'll be like, well, close enough. It looks real good.
And you see a similar replica to like the holy symbol that you have emblazoned on the chest of your plate and on the shield that you have.
Can I ask one thing of that holy symbol? That it stand as a crest on the helmet, but as a mohawk on your back.
What?
Oh, this.
So
this is
essentially,
you now. Amazing.
Do you... Oh, is that me?
I mean, now it is.
Yep.
Yeah, it is.
So yeah, the
I just turned from a little guy to a big guy.
the bejeweled crucifix as you have gem encrusted into the chest plate, and that you had modified put
I'll
onto
put it up there.
your shield.
I made eye contact
There's a
with you.
perfect replica of it, jewels and all,
Where are you at?
as a crest,
Yeah.
and then behind it.
Because beer.
There's like a
Love
coarse,
beer.
like maybe it's a boar hair or something, but it's been bleached to almost golden, like blonde, and it's still really stiff, like boar bristles would be, and it goes back into like a sweet fade
Hell yeah.
of a mohawk. It actually
That's
looks
everywhere.
really
I
good.
did not read that.
So from here on out, would Jesus
I'm
be
sorry,
offended
you
if
do
I
it yourself.
referred to him from here on out as the Unity?
After everyone leaves.
What do you want us to
Roll
call
a
you?
perception check.
Okay.
Rude.
Sorry.
Rude.
Is
Oh,
that
sorry.
That's 20.
Entitled to an
21?
opinion, that's
You
fine.
know for a fact
Yeah,
that
well.
Jesus likes to be called Jesus
Aren't we
or
all?
God.
I have an opinion, but nobody cares.
You know,
Okay.
my savior.
You're kind of the
deliverer,
new face of the
etc.
party.
He's
Not
not.
the
He's
emperor.
not. He's not into ruling.
Volunteered! Okay.
Um,
As I said, my
We
dice,
voted.
What
my
are
dice
your
hate me,
understandings
so
of
we'll see how
Jesus'
that goes.
values? Like, what does he value? Like, clearly he
It's a good
values
thing you and I have two
charity
more
Jesus believes in everything that
members.
is
Look
right
though.
and
and good. So yeah, he's not into ruling people. He's into helping people.
good. Yeah. I should have realized.
more
I'm sorry
here.
for those thoughts.
We're not here yet.
Those were inconsiderate of me.
He already
It's an
forgives you.
addiction. I know.
I have a dice issue. It's fine.
It's okay.
Alright,
More
so
dice
what
than I do
what kind
versus.
of what happens to me now that I'm like large?
Welcome to
Okay,
D&D.
so
In
here's
fact,
the
I only have one
stats
pair of flip-flops. Screw
specifically.
me.
So
I'm a chick.
That's
I
rare in
hate
California,
reach, but
girl.
you're gonna have
I know.
reach. You fucking hate it, but you're gonna get it. So your reach is gonna go from 5 to 10.
So I can attack
I
from
was
like
born
one
in the
extra
Bay,
square
and I
away.
One extra square away.
I was born in Citrus Heights.
So anybody that tries
Oh yeah, you lived there for
to
6
leave
years, so.
within 10 feet of you
My stomping grounds.
possibly may incur a opportunity attack.
I learned how to walk there, alright?
But wait, there's more.
Run out of shit.
Antagonist.
Yeah.
Just let me know when you're ready for your other two awesome stats.
Nobody made him a cool armor card.
They're not special.
Yeah. I'm just.
This is an enchanted item that doesn't exist.
Hold on. So it gives me reach.
Alright, so you have an additional 5-foot reach or a total of 10-foot reach, however you choose to write that down. You also have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws.
You're welcome for the vote.
Okay.
You are considered large.
What? I don't know.
Okay.
Your weight is quadrupled.
Since you're pouring the worst beer ever.
Including the weight of everything that you have on your
I'll
person.
have you know a buddy of mine is the Heine King.
But I can carry quadruple.
Trev's seen it. He's the Heine King.
Your
Why is he
your
the Heineken?
carrying weight is based on
Because his
a
room
creature
turned
that
into
is
a
large.
Heineken box castle.
Oh, that Heine King.
Heine King.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a real beer.
Lean.
That's what happens when I give you guys more of those
Sure, I got
milk
all
things.
that.
It's like
I go crazy.
it's like the only thing our buddy would have is Heine
Heineken.
King.
Okay.
What's in that bottle?
Stout.
It wasn't
It's
a
all
show.
stout.
You're welcome.
What?
It's all stout.
Oh, you just
drink
dumped a couple
small.
bottles
Alright,
in there.
you're
Okay.
doubled
That way I
in
didn't need to get up.
size in all
you go.
dimensions. You're
like
considered
you guys.
large.
Wow. Right into that milk bottle.
That milk.
Milk.
Dude, so I'm like as
Actually,
tall
I'm not
as
okay,
Tar
thank
now.
you.
I can now look Tar in the face.
Oh, and here's the icing
Oh,
on the
that-
cake.
not
You
looking
don't
at
have to look up. All
And the
5'4"
icing on the
of you.
cake is so
I'm like 8
whatever
foot
whatever
now.
your standard damage is now.
I'm short.
So it's like that's a D8, right?
Yeah.
So it's now 1D8 plus 1D4 plus your relevant modifiers.
So
Yeah, look at
It
this.
just
We're
goes
like
from
So
actually
you
eye
add
to eye.
D, you add 1d4 to any melee
You should
damage.
Okay.
definitely get the other armor though. That'd be
I
cool.
mean, if you wanted to, you could roll a
For him?
D12, but
No,
the rules
that
are
thing I
your
shared with
base
you.
your base
Like-
die plus
Oh,
1D4.
yeah.
Yeah, it was all like tree form kind of armor stuff.
Yeah. it was
Which is
awesome.
probably more
I was
balanced
like,
than 3.5, where it pretty much doubled the damage dice.
It even had antlers.
I know, isn't it
Yeah.
fantastic?
Yeah.
okay. Is that it?
That's it.
No strength modifiers.
Well, you get advantage.
Your strength
on
checks are
strength
at
checks.
advantage.
I was just seeing, you know.
Yeah.
So I won't.
No, I
I
want
gotta
my
work
money.
every angle over here.
Whoa!
Says the
This
cleric.
fucking grappler.
Says the cleric.
At least you can't take my tankiness away.
I spent 5 days making you better.
Thanks, Gearon. And I give him a high five.
So 5 days
Also,
passes.
I've restored all of my
Yeah,
normal
yeah, what do you wanna do for
functions,
the last 5
including your
days?
shield.
Oh.
You've just been chilling.
Okay, so my shield is.
There's like 3 days of dungeon
It's
crawling.
back to a
and-
+1 magic
well,
shield
basically,
with the
I was out of town, and so-
repulsion ability.
Okay, cool.
I'm just hanging out with
Do you
you.
come back at some point?
Yeah.
within this
All
week?
right,
I come
so
back and,
for 5 days, Gearon was tied up doing that. You guys built a chapel, which is most of the way done. It still needs like a roof, proper flooring, furnishings, windows, a door.
I heard word about this chapel. I'm gonna
And
come help build it.
Oh, you're gonna help.
My
oh,
man.
did
so
paladins
you guys
do
were
this?
building.
I
Does
can't send
anyone
message,
want
but one of
to
us can.
pickle the
Well,
rest
it's
of these
the
like
paladin
dragon
order.
parts
You just
that I
know.
brought?
Yeah,
What
they
is it?
told me.
The rest of these dragon parts I brought, like I brought like
Okay,
300 cubic feet of dragon with me.
I'll take
So,
I would like some scales.
oh, well, what I'm saying is just like preserve all this shit during the
No.
5 days.
Yeah, you can do that
You know what?
with you.
Rolls.
Maybe.
All right, so the three of you guys all roll 1d20 for your contributions to the Chapel of Jesus.
And what do
Yeez.
wait?
And you're gonna roll.
What are we adding? Yeah, because it's not good.
So if you're gonna be an elemental and help build the foundation and shit, you'll roll strength.
That's plus
You'll
strength.
roll wisdom, and you're being a handyman, but there's other guys you can grab to help who might like
Tell my
you
roll.
Do you
know
want it to be
contractors
like
who got
a-
recruited. So you'll roll strength as well.
Alright, I got 25.
22.
Okay.
Oh wait. 1 plus 5. 24.
Okay.
And this will just be a
9?
fuckload of dragon
9?
parts. sitting in the
After the first couple of days of construction, you realize that the foundation kind of sucks, so you have to tear it all down and start over again. So you actually need to do like
The dwarf knows.
Let's do a stadium instead. Wouldn't that be pretty dope?
Stadium.
Well, not like
TVs.
I mean-
not like a huge one, but like all I'm saying is you have these benches
huge
made of stone
Like-
and whatnot.
Like for plays or like for brawling?
Brawling would be better.
Well,
you already
maybe-
have a training pit.
I was trying to make
Yeah,
a
but
chapel.
I mean,
Well, right, we're going for a
Talk
chapel,
about your
but
chapel.
we'll focus on the roof later. Yeah.
So essentially, you guys got it framed out. In 5 days, you guys got it framed out. The
Okay.
foundation sorted out.
Okay.
It's just gonna need more work.
Do you know who wrote the
I was
book?
gonna say.
All right, so
Who wrote the
um,
book?
Who wrote the
he's the
book?
man of
because you
Patience.
can't
He
build all day
sacrifices
long,
himself.
all night long,
Patience.
and you guys ran into hiccups which caused
Yo
replanting.
cares.
That's fine. That's
Rose,
something.
aka Roslyn, is going to need a hand with the preserving of
Actually,
things.
Tom and I were doing that, and I rolled an 18.
No,
for
I
whatever.
wasn't doing it. I just
Oh,
gave you all the
yeah.
shit.
So I
I'll
rolled
help you.
18 plus
I'll help you.
whatever.
Okay.
It's fine.
It was,
All right, so
it was
uh,
like
Ronnie's like,
there's a lot of like
I got this.
handling and
Whatever,
stuff.
it's
So
fine.
you're gonna roll
I'll win.
strength so that you can handle all the
I get
shit,
that.
get it stored away. There's
27.
like
I have plus 4.
a large storage shed that you guys can preserve and
18
hang
plus
meats
5
and
plus
whatnot
5
in.
addition.
So,
I have
all right, and then I'll have you roll. What's the
Roll the
stat you have
proficiency
besides charisma
so
or
I rolled a
strength?
27.
That's for a saving throw. That's not a 27.
Okay, plus 4.
Constitution. Yeah, that's
Proficiency bonus.
No, that's for a saving throw.
Proficiency bonus.
intimidation, performance, persuasion.
So those are all
For skill.
charisma based.
Yeah, okay.
So plus 9.
27.
Okay, so I guess
Like
I would.
intelligence,
So you're gonna set
medicine.
What?
No,
anyone else?
What do you
No,
get?
thank you.
Pizza.
I'll take a
Medicine
meat level
plus
1.
one.
Water, please. Thank you.
Thank you,
Whoa,
bud.
medicine. Okay. Yeah. Nature.
Should have more faith with me. Know what I'm doing with you.
And minus 1.
No, no, I just.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'll just have you do a straight roll and see if you can help out.
If I can even know. There we go. Oh, it's a 1. Never mind, I'm gonna sit there and I'll just sit there and watch.
So,
I'm helping, I swear.
Bronny really tries to
Bronny.
help, but she ends up just kind of getting in the way, and you get it sorted out.
Can I play dice with Ronnie afterwards?
Looks good.
Yeah.
I'm proficient in dice.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna burn these. If anybody has a burn pile, let me know.
You just melt them down. I got you.
Yeah, I did focus.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they went to town. Holy cow. Hey, I'm not half naked.
I
High
told
five.
you.
No, we went with the more clothed
Thank you. Thank you.
sorcerer.
Oh shit.
That's, yeah, I don't do that.
We know you're a little modest. You know.
Just saying. I don't need more attention.
It adds to the charm.
Yeah, for you 16? Jesus Christ.
Dude, this guy even has a war hammer. This is like exactly how I look, except like, I imagine him being blue.
Your digital character will reflect it more.
Alrighty. So you all finish your stuff at Tommendale. Dragon scales and organs and meat and bones and whatnot have been hung and salted
It's
and
completely out of place.
stacked and dried and
Leave it alone. You don't get to touch my dice.
yeah.
Can I touch them?
Yeah, you can touch them. You're not gonna take them.
So
Continue for dice.
is there anything else that anybody else wants to?
I care because you'll move them and take them away.
What?
Anything else that anybody wants to get into?
Is there anything else I can do in my time? I'm pretty
Right,
sure I
right,
used it all
travel,
up, right?
or-
I'm sure we don't have books or anything, so I'm good.
I used it all up,
Already
right?
know
Pretty much, but I mean, you like it's this,
Yeah, you've been
and now
filled
you're essentially going to do something
In
else.
character.
So
Doing
what do
what's
you want
in
to
the
do?
Maybe is there any shops?
We killed a dragon.
Not in Tommendale.
Oh, so you're going back
Tommendale
to
is
that dungeon?
Yeah, 'cause
essentially it used to
the
be like
assumption is
a
there's
bandit
more
hideout in
dragons.
the woods
Well,
that was
yeah,
taken over
because
and
we didn't look behind
fortified
two
by the
doors, so-
detachment,
Okay.
which was then taken over and fortified by
When I
the
work on the
Empire,
map, I'll fill you in.
which is essentially now modified and maintained by the characters
Oh, it's
that
a-
aren't out on adventures with you guys while you're
Oh.
out on adventures.
Can I
It
put up
was like a piece of
flyers
paper.
advertising Tommendale for people to come?
You'd have to go elsewhere to do that, and
They definitely already know about us.
Alright.
We recruited from everywhere south of here, so
only got 8
I do have something I want to do.
some of them
Okay.
perished.
Um,
Yeah, it was bad. Or good. I don't know. They fought valiantly.
Good for time, but you know.
Okay, so I'm gonna go up to Robbie and I'm gonna pull out that little bird cage and I'm gonna ask her to identify it for me.
okay.
Because nobody, no, I don't want you identifying and I don't want Gearon identifying.
What's wrong with me?
Well, we could turn it into a really cool
Do I
base,
have to
though.
roll it or I just?
No, it's, you know,
Okay.
it's a level 1 spell for that specific spell to
Sorry.
identify it.
Okay.
And you can essentially just hand the card over to her unless you're interested in what it is.
I'll give it to her. Thank you.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh. Yes.
Oh.
Italian food. All right.
Oh, okay.
Do I make a D live or?
So what's that bird cage do?
Oh my.
None of your
I get
business.
it.
You stay away.
Stay out
You
of
could
Kirby's
try it out
wax.
on him before you
Yeah,
go.
good luck live.
Yeah, try it out on him. It'd be
What?
very entertaining.
We're
I
in
like
5G
this idea.
soon.
He's a genius.
You know, I've been
Let's go.
saying that
Looking
all
forward
day
to it.
that I want to do that to him
Gonna
too.
radiate the
What?
shit out of my walls.
Really?
Oh, and add a note to that. That's 1 time daily.
Is it a D20?
I
How
got
are you
that.
gonna get there? Just saying.
Garbage.
7 plus.
Is it a
guess you just-
D20 then?
Yeah, so I mean,
like one of those
7
little
plus
nose
7.
the
things
question
for when
is, do
you're
you want to
swimming.
be offended
By-
by what he
by
says?
yourself,
Because you're
that's
either
it.
rolling to resist, which means you won't, or you can just do it.
Yeah, I
I'm
got
just gonna
a
do
It
it.
definitely
Then
sounds
just do it. You
lonely.
don't even have to roll.
Oh, well, either way I would have gotten it. It's an 18.
At least it
Gotcha.
your wife.
Okay, so now you roll to resist. You roll a wisdom saving throw DC 17.
Ooh, I do have pretty good wisdom.
Exactly.
Are
First thing
these
he's gonna
two
get out of it
fighting
is
each
you.
other? What am I missing here?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Nope, I didn't get
All
out
right.
of it.
He's in a
Alright,
bird cage.
So, everybody just witnessed
Did you just grab him?
Rosalind
Yep,
cast Hold
in a bird
Person
cage.
using her little magical bird cage.
I'm out,
So
Jim.
the way it
He's in a
works, because
birdcage.
Gearon would observes this, is she's got a little brass cage. It looks like it'd hold like a small bird, and she looks through the bars at him and says, "Gotcha." And now she has to concentrate for
Aren't
a
you a
minute.
fighter?
Yeah.
But
It's
she found a magical item. So you hold the magical item so that it looks
you're
like the
not careful,
person's in the
you're gonna get
cage, and they're held. If they fail the wisdom save, is hold person.
Isn't this nice?
So 1 minute later,
This is not nice.
Job's able to talk and goes limp
Very
again,
rude.
and he's no longer held.
Although I did tell her to do it. So.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of my fault. Kind of.
All right, so 5 days has passed.
Wait, am I still in working?
No, you're
It's like late afternoon.
I just need
What do
to
you all
test
want
it.
to do?
Sweet. Glad that you test
Yeah, no problem. Only religious guy here anyway.
So
Oh yeah, so semi-consensual.
Char's getting
We have a paladin.
yeah, so
Okay,
Job,
I'm
who's
sorry.
who's not so familiar
I
with
believe it.
Fort Kickass because he's never actually been here without
He's doesn't
like
believe
teleporting.
No, that's fine.
Doesn't exactly know where people are at, so.
I don't care at all.
It's kind of
Well, you
up
probably
to him
wouldn't know
to
any better
explain
anyways.
if that's gonna happen.
Can't really hear the DM, guys.
What would I like to explain?
Tar, it seems as if Job does not know where exactly we are.
Oh, I gave Job a map.
No, I found a detailed map.
But like he's never actually like been outside the area. He keeps
You
asking
found
he
the
keeps
detailed map that I
asking
created.
God about
Bandits
like
that
where
we
towns
killed
are and
created
shit.
this place. So, well, not
Where are
really.
we in this map?
We are. Let's see, that's my home. We are in Forest Town, Tommendale, right
Okay.
Southampton's pretty close. Fosterhopen's north of here.
Okay.
We've got our own little.
This is our like kind of fortress, eh?
Yeah, it's a bandit hideout in the
There's a
woods.
DM who comes up.
No, it's not a
Take
band.
your own word.
Nice.
How many loud was that?
Alright, so, again, it's been
Like
5
6,
days. What do you guys want to do?
Sure.
Are we gonna go back and kill that dragon?
I've heard of extreme evil in that dungeon, that, from what you've told me.
It's gone now.
Beer.
What dungeon?
Okay,
There you go.
Are we at the pub?
Are you going?
There's.
We haven't
We're
built
drinking.
a pub specifically, but
There's a mess hall where there is casks
Our is
and
always
casks.
drinking mead.
And
Like
this
I've
is
got
why I
10
go to
gallon.
work when I
Well,
feel like it.
so,
2 5-gallon carbonated.
There's
Maybe
casks
of
of
sipping
mead.
coffee.
maybe a month ago, the party slaughtered some goblin in the woods and stole his still and brewing.
But we're kind of in like a
equipment.
I have 6 Outland whiskey and 6 Outland mead.
So we're kind of in a shanty town, just doing our thing, planning.
No,
You
this
have
is
the meat
literally.
too,
Yeah, you
There's
guys
a
are in
wall?
literal Fort Kickass.
Yeah.
Give him a
Yeah.
map.
Like
Oh,
I've smithed a support
Also known as
killis.
Forest Town,
He's
also known
made
as
the
Tommendale.
wall just
Bottom
fucking
left.
beautiful
And
Like
a moat.
that.
And a moat.
and a moat. So it's
Well, it's
actually
not really a moat. It's
Or
like a
is it
spike
bottom
trap
right?
around the
Yeah.
entire.
Bottom right.
Wait,
It's
we're making
like-
a. There is a moat?
Yeah, there's like a spike
Some woods
trap,
there.
like,
It
Oh.
says,
With the-
Forest Town.
yep.
like
Yeah,
Tommendale.
we're in our
And
own
like-
little bubble.
Because with the move,
We
Oh, okay.
go over this
Or is that a
this place
cantrip?
and
So
it's
essentially,
fine.
you're in
it's
like
just
a
in a
really,
village
really
and you're in,
small,
elementary.
like a really, really
Okay.
small village.
Yeah, you could
but you
easily
have
like whole
a
farms.
fence all the way
all like-
around,
Yeah.
a train pit in the middle,
Just raise
a big old
everything.
barracks,
Yeah,
a
yeah.
mess hall,
and
an
I made
outside
bars
kitchen,
and locks
Well, it
for
took me
every
a-
door and window,
a
including
chapel.
portcullises.
It took me a while to
north
come
and
to the
south
mountains to
gates.
meet you guys, so let's
So
let's
yeah,
go
we're
get some
So we're
action.
fortified.
yeah.
Ooh,
Like it's no longer a
You
shanty
and Brian are
town, and
basically
it's
the
more
pseudo
of
faces
like
of this
an
party, so.
established
You guys don't
colonial
Either
village.
Yeah.
When
So
we
I guess
get
when
into
I wasn't
anything,
building, could I
Yeah,
like
well,
be
we
like
should
making
go check
holy
behind
water
those
and
two doors
like
before that,
cleansing
if it just-
every bit of the?
If it's been 5 days, we should go back
grounds?
to the dungeon.
We should check
I'd
behind those
include
two
that in
doors if
your
they're still there.
building. Like,
You know
You
what I
should
mean?
be.
are you looking for like?
I'm
Are you
hoping
gonna
so.
cast the spell Hallowed? Are you
You
gonna
should
make?
just
Are you
do
gonna
it
make
behind
Tommendale
us.
hallowed ground? You're a fucking
still have
cleric. You
your-
might not have it yet, but
I do
yes,
have
that's a
my
spell
lock
that you should be
there, but I'm
familiar
also
with.
proficient
Are we
in
gonna find it
these.
without the goblet though?
I have the goblet. I've always had the goblet. No,
I
It doesn't
basically
light
just
up.
kind of like bless
It
the
does light up.
ground.
It lights up north.
If
There's
you're
also
you're
a
hanging out,
teleportation circle.
and you know maybe you're having like
In,
some
yeah.
mead later
Oh,
on.
yes,
Are
we
you?
have the
Do you
swim
drink
rats.
out of that goblet?
Although my
Can
dice
Stop
hate me.
send us
Alright,
without
what Jimbo?
Do you drink out of the
sending
goblet?
herself?
Yeah.
So yeah, you notice like while you're drinking mead, like at the end of the day,
I'm not
like,
sure.
you guys
And
are
then
still
send
pointing
herself
north.
back.
Pretty much. An Aryan could do the
Okay.
same.
North.
North, okay.
Still pointing north.
Because yeah, in the main chamber there's a teleportation
Arian wasn't there
circle.
though, so he wouldn't know about it.
Well, at
I
least
guess
Staff
Staff
would.
could help.
I
Could
do.
we just recon that Staff sends us back to the main chamber where there's a teleportation circle?
Yeah, and your all feet
It's
get
not
wet.
necessarily a retcon.
Well,
She'll
yeah.
just do it.
I
But I
can do
mean-
it too. So.
Well, she's not.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you have teleportation circle?
But my dice hate me, so it's dangerous.
You don't have to roll.
Let's use the NPC at this point.
You don't
Yes.
have to. You don't have to roll for a teleportation circle. I don't think.
Because it's
Oh, yes, just a
ritual.
cast spell.
Let me confirm, but I'm pretty sure.
So when we're building the
Literally
temple,
hate
can I
me.
cast
I
Hollow
don't know
on
what I
it?
did wrong.
Mhm.
Oh wait, I said
If you have the spell and you're allowed to cast it,
I am. It just costs 1,000 GP of herbs, oils, and incense. Which do we
Which
have that?
you can forge it, or
I might have half of that. I mean, I'd be.
or you can just burn the fucking gold, because it would take you like a day to ride to go get what you
So I
need.
can just do 1,000 gold.
Yeah,
Okay.
cross it off.
Could I cast Dispel Magic on that?
Why would you do that?
Joke.
It's a great
You
idea.
worked on some armor.
I worked on it.
Just burn 1,000 gold for no reason.
People, helmet.
It's evil. Okay.
What did you?
Yeah,
And
there's
I
no
want to
gold.
also
You're
put
good to go.
Everlasting
Right,
Rest, whatever that
I
does.
read. I know she couldn't do it.
Alright, so that's a 5th level spell. Make sure you mark that down. And then your spell that's on you.
What?
The Hallowed.
It's a 5th level spell.
Oh, it's also a 5th level spell.
Tom, how much of that dragon skin did you
How long does
have
that
me
last?
try?
Until Dispel.
Very nice.
That's awesome.
We gathered like
So
all
you
the
actually
dragon
created, like,
scales,
a
all the
hologram.
bones.
Like you
we
created
gathered
a
a fuckload of
church.
blood and eyes,
I
and
can
then
benefit
random
too.
useful
So,
organs.
I might.
Right.
Well,
And
Celestials,
300
elementals,
square
fey,
feet
fiends,
or
undead
cubic
can't
feet
enter the area.
worth,
Do we have any
which
goods?
is
Nor
almost
can
the entire
any
dragon.
such
So
charms,
pretty much
trident, or-
anything
not
useful
currently,
out
but
of the
they can be
dragon.
acquired. Again, it's like a day's ride,
Yeah.
but you could go to a place.
And you said you had half.
Which
the
is part
urban
of
material,
when
We
I
need
said,
to get
okay,
some
you
goats
guys have
and
been doing
chickens.
this for a
Like,
while.
what's
Is there
going on
anything
in
else
this
you'd like
place?
to do?
Yeah, we should get some animals. that way
I'm
we
actually
have a
going
base
to
for food,
drop
I was
the.
thinking about slaughtering.
I'm gonna
one for
drop
the
the
church
infusion that I
or
have
whatever.
for
Well, yeah, if you get a couple of them,
resistance
then
on
you
my
can
own
make cool.
armor.
Mm-hmm.
Do you use a shield?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to give you the repulsion shield that I gave Dwight. So you both have it, and then my third is my repeating shot. But essentially, so it increases the armor of the shield by 1. In addition, if someone attacks you as a reaction, you can push them back. I believe it's 15 feet.
15 feet shield.
And that's
dash.
once per day, right?
Once
Once per long rest?
Once per short rest.
Dang. Alright, I can remember
So,
that.
Did you drop your
Yeah.
pocket over there?
So you now have the
Your socks
repulsion
are tied,
shield
I knew it.
infusion
Yours too.
on your armor.
No, it is.
Okay.
I'm never all the way.
And
tied.
I'm taking off my conditional resistance on my armor because I always get it wrong every single time. And yeah.
And that is useless.
Yeah. So it was always useless anyway, so the tanks might as well have an extra ability.
Hell yeah.
Not a
So I'm like
wolf,
8
true,
feet
right?
tall with the.
So you upped your armor by 1.
Is that how-
You're not so bad, robot.
So there's
How tall are you?
I'll keep
Like,
your
without it?
keep your ass safe from
6
my boot
foot?
for now.
So
You're a little short dwarf.
I got these high kicks. I can try.
I
God
could probably
So-
lift him.
With Tarzan antlers, he's 10 feet
Pick you
tall.
up.
Okay.
In theory, you should actually be almost 10 feet tall.
Nice. I'm huge.
No, you're
Because
large.
you're actually
Huge is
large.
another size.
You're
Shut up.
actually large. So
I'm the only base human.
Alright, since I never
Yeah.
take off my armor,
Well,
might as
there's
well
Aaron.
just
Oh,
permanently
Aaron's
put
not
that in.
even.
What'd you do?
Like
What'd you
there's-
do?
Okay.
Nobody
I'm
heard
gonna
that.
tell her I'm gone and then we're playing this game.
Did I hear that? DM, did I hear what Target said?
We're proud of you, Abe.
Oh yeah, thanks man.
That wasn't even satire or sarcasm.
alright,
No,
so
she's gonna be yelling at him in other
Tommendale
languages
business
later.
finished,
Okay.
yes, no?
I think we're all good, right?
I
I've
do
been
believe
ready
so.
this whole time.
I was like, oh, cool.
The real
All the
question
pantry.
is, do we take a smoke break now?
No.
Or
Jesus
Yes.
fucking Christ, man,
Fuck
we
you
just
guys.
started.
He's,
waiting
he's
for
not
him, that's why.
here, and I have a relight outside, so.
No, I get that, but like, guys.
Alright, so
We can
when we
smoke
come back in, this is it. When we come back in, you
alright,
fucking
yeah.
teleport
That's
away,
it.
to the
yes?
dungeon.
I agree.
Yep. You,
We're leaving. No dilly
Alright.
anymore.
Here, take
You
that.
guys sure?
Take that.
Guys, and I appreciate you.
So we've teleported back to the main chamber, yeah?
Yes.
Did you roll for it already?
You did.
There's no roll.
It's me.
just
Oh,
Yeah,
the
he's
address.
not doing
teleportation
it with
circle.
Emily.
Nice.
Nice and comfy.
We're just there. 'cause
Yeah,
you
so
know
at the
address.
beginning.
So,
I'm unsure that I've experienced this sensation. I would not like to experience this again.
Don't we teleport like 2-3 times a day?
No, the feeling of this liquid solution on my lower extremities.
His feet are wet because y'all are in the pool at the bottom.
Are my feet wet?
Everybody's feet are wet.
you probably.
The
Everyone's
circle's
feet are
at the
wet.
bottom of a
That's
pool.
why I said that
Cold
earlier.
It's like a foot and a half, maybe 2.
So like, I mean, my feet are probably pretty big at this point, right? So can I actually feel the wetness seep in?
It's a little wet because plate.
And it's a little rusty too.
Oh, it has blood in it.
Mocking
I don't know if
Gearon.
my plate armor can
I'm
rust.
going to
It's
say,
divine.
would you like me to dry your
Don't
feet?
get over yourself, it's fine.
I can't. I'm pretty egotistical.
How would you do
Don't
that?
worry. We'll tell you
Can I
about
pull out a
it.
chamois?
I
Like
got
a
this.
deerskin chamois?
If I make you cry, I'm sorry.
Can't make Joe cry. I lost
Huh?
everything already.
Trying to
If
polish
you insist on
The only
polishing
thing that
my
matters is
boots,
Jesus.
We'll start
please
polishing his
polish
boots.
my boots.
Let's wait till I get out of the water, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Well, yeah, I've walked out of the water.
yeah, we're outside of the circle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Gearon puts a foot up on your knee and You
So
give
we have
him
to go through all
a
the
nice,
traps.
nice
No,
little
we don't.
a sham
We
job
already
and
did
Oh, this is all.
It's
Uh,
a different.
roll a dexterity
it's
check,
a different
just a check.
area.
I like this. I
Yeah,
got a plus
that's
9.
at the very
entirely.
beginning of the dungeon, right?
I needed it because that's a 12.
oh, dude, it's above average. It's shiny. It's a shiny boot.
Seeing them being done, I'm gonna look
I
at
could have done
Ronnie,
better, but
and I'm
I'll
gonna
shine.
be
Could
like, do you
have.
want to go see what that door leads to?
I would implore you.
Okay, so you
implore
guys leave this
to
main
do
chamber
better
and go back
next
down the
time.
hallway and
I'll do
go
my best,
over
Gearon.
one of the sinkholes, back
We're leaving
into.
guys, bye.
I do not trust that statement.
Can I tag along?
Yeah, you can go.
How are you guys going to cross the sinkhole?
I'm gonna jump
So
over
who's
it.
leading?
Oh, we already left you guys.
Can I give you
Hasn't-
haste?
Haven't I already made a,
No, you haven't gone with
a
us.
bridge?
Did you make a?
Yeah,
you didn't,
he
not
made-
the first
Not
one.
the first one.
This is the first one. So you
Yeah, the
went
first one
from
you
a
picked
chamber,
up and
3
you worked me
doors
over
through the
it,
main
'cause I can't
the
jump.
main door, the third
That's why
door,
people
or
can't
the
jump.
center door, right? You had left,
I have
center,
rope.
right.
I do have
Is this
You
the one
went
with
through-
the
Just pick
pressure
one.
I'll
plate?
save the haste actually.
Or this is the open
This is so you're at the pool. Behind you, heading to the dragon's
Yeah.
chamber, is the pressure plate. Back down through this chamber, there's a hallway that has a
Yeah, didn't I
sinkhole.
pull a
No,
piece
you
over
haven't done that.
over the edge? Or
Not
like
the first
there's
one.
the wall,
There've been a lot of sinkholes.
There's been like 3.
but we didn't leap over any
I
of them
leaped over
besides this
2.
chick who just
I
doesn't
leaped
care
over
about
2.
possibly dying.
No, you lifted
You-
me
you-
and set me on the other side
Yeah.
from the first one.
Shit. I mean,
You're
It's
welcome
fine,
to
there's a
follow
large
us, but we're
character
already
here.
going.
I use prestidigitation and a little snap of my fingers to just dry my boots the rest of the way.
And
okay.
it works.
You guys were being
Yeah.
dumb. We're trying to be in the
So
dungeon.
I just have a
Oh, I
question.
landed
It's still being dumb.
Is dexterity
Start,
checks the
right?
same as saving throws?
Correct.
I would
Like
have-
checks are different
No.
than throws.
Okay, that's more of like something happens already to you.
So
Yeah.
have we reached one of those
Saving
traps?
throws are prevention.
So
check is
this
Or is
you've
it
already
both?
you've already been
Making
through. So
something
yeah,
happen.
you've reached the sinkhole. You're working your way back.
Plus,
Yeah, you jump.
yeah.
No problem.
Do I have better odds of jumping this now that I'm
Just
water?
throw me over. I'm sure everyone in this room can pick me up.
You'd have to do like kind of a hurdle jump because you're also going to be taller,
I'm
and
doing fine.
you might hit your head on the
Have faith in
ceiling.
me.
So
Definitely not the
It's
worst.
more of like
No,
can you
carry me or
grab it
something?
with your
I can,
hands
but I'm-
after reaching
But what?
across.
I burned both of
Or
my
you
Oh,
could
how
just-
far is it?
if I do.
It's 20
switch.
feet total, so you could, in theory, just extend the length of your
It's
body
better to do
and
it
dive
when we
and
get into
grab it
combat
and
so I can
then
pick someone
climb
up
up
and then be spawning.
You can
and
do
do a
that for
strength
8
check.
hours.
I know,
at
but I
advantage.
use both of my beast
Okay,
spells.
I'm gonna do
So
that.
just do a
But
running
As
long
long
jump
as you
first, just in
can
case.
grab the cliff.
Do a what?
Running long
just
jump.
throw
So
me
just
across
roll a
the side.
d20 plus strength.
I'm
If
fine
you
with that.
guys are
Well,
making the
it's strength
shit,
to get
it's gonna
advantage,
go
right?
for
Well, I've got athletics.
Correct.
Yeah, that should work.
You are a dwarf.
Athletic dwarf.
Oh wait, I do. Never mind.
Wow. So
That's
you have 4 movement.
So yeah,
What's your speed?
you actually jump 20 feet. You duck your head just right
25.
and land on your feet. You're fine.
It's normally
I feel
20. You have a plus 5.
I say thank you,
Amazing.
Jesus.
Really?
Praise him.
Yeah.
So if you roll a strength check, Red, if you roll a strength check and you roll a 20, so it doesn't even have to be natural 20. If you just roll a 20, you jump 20 feet.
Oh.
If your movement speed is 30 and you have a strength modifier, that can get you to a 20. A running long jump gives you 20 feet
My
distance.
speed's 25, strength 25,
Or 15
and I
if
have
you prefer.
athletics 6.
I made a 20 now.
Does that
Yeah.
help?
So just roll a d20, and if your strength plus any applicable modifiers
So
gets you to 20.
Athletics, because you're proficient in it, will be 5 plus 4, so that's not 6, that's 9. So you'll have a
Yeah.
plus 9 to this roll.
I wonder where I got 6
The
from.
check mark.
Don't
means
know.
Okay, maybe I was. Yeah.
And I reach my hand out
So
to
I have a
like
plus
catch
9 to
anybody.
this jump.
Sounds
Yeah, I'll do
good.
that.
20.
With my arms.
Yeah. So running long jumps. So after watching
Char's
3 running
sweating.
long jumps,
I cast Spider Climb on Fink because I made a new Fink and I hold on to him and climb over the wall.
Is it still an alligator?
yeah.
It's a new alligator.
Okay.
Well, I recobbled it from the pieces before.
All right. So we
So
have
guys
Tar
get
and
money over.
Brawny still on the inner
So-
side.
I'm gonna make a suggestion. Me and Yo are gonna link arms, and he's gonna lean over
Right, 'cause I
the
got like 10 feet
sinkhole.
reach, right? So they only have to do 10 feet now.
So all they have to do is run and jump, and we can catch one of them. And run
Oh,
over.
allow it. Okay. Yeah.
I might not make that.
So
You're gonna
just
make it.
run,
You're
You'll make it.
running long jump, and I'll even give you a dexterity saving throw if you fuck up.
You'll make it. Just roll.
Oh, look at that. 16.
We got you.
God damn.
Yeah, no problem.
So you're borderline giant now, aren't you?
He is large.
large.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Huge.
Oh yeah.
Tar is the last one on the other side.
Yes.
And I'm going to kind of put my head in my hands and scowl at the rest of you and cast Misty Step. And
Oh, I could have done that
myself
too.
across.
Very nice.
Well, there you go.
I made it though. I'm so
So
excited.
I evaporate and then reapparate in like a poof of, you know. kind
And
of
the
greenish
straight
mist.
nightcrawler deer poops over.
Nice.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to a door that I haven't.
And actually, it's 30 feet, so he just kind of turns his fucking deer tail up at you, drops a couple of BBs, and leaves.
You're gonna clean up after yourself, Tyler?
That was dangerous, and I don't approve of it, but
Yeah, but
Just a little flavor, sorry about that. Alright, so you guys find yourselves back in the chamber
I like
where
and grit.
Gearon remembers quite well that you all saw a dagger threw a note on the door that is now closed behind you. And to your left and to your right are two other doors, and before you is the pathway that leads circuitously up to what may be a reburied temple top. Top.
Temple top, yeah. So we've gone through the door with the dagger already,
Word.
and we've gone.
So to your left and to your right are two doors that you have not been
wait,
through
there's a
yet.
note?
Yeah, we've already gone through that.
Did
And it essentially was, hey, tell this person that I went down here if I don't ever come back out. And you guys don't
My
even know who that is.
calculations present the probability that left is always right.
We should go right.
Tar's pretty literal in that.
I'm thinking right though.
Yeah, I'm thinking right is
No,
right.
left is left. The right is right.
Yeah, but
So
majority
left
vote.
is left.
Majority vote. Right.
Left-handed people use the right.
Didn't we already go right?
Right.
That looked
No,
like
we
one.
went straight.
You
It
took
through
the center door?
Yeah. So we're going right. I'm gonna use the chime on that door.
Right is wrong, but I suppose we will go right.
We need to venture through the whole
Uh,
thing, Gearon.
are
You would
you-
know that.
Are you
I do
hell-bent
not
on just using the
appreciate
chime
the
without even checking for
patronizing.
traps or seeing
We'll
it's
get over
locked?
Oh, that's a good
Tar
point.
is
Have
so
Gearon
confused.
check for traps to
None of
see
this
if
makes
it's
sense.
trapped.
Gearon is the trap master, so
It's on you.
Yeah, it's definitely on him.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast haste on Gearon so he has a dexterity advantage saving throw.
And plus 2 AC.
And plus 2 AC.
So you expect me to open the door to
finally.
the wrong
I already
passage.
did. I already opened it. I used my chime. You just have to do traps.
I
Well, actually,
suppose that I
In
will.
theory, you could have set off a booby trap. So did you use chime or did you not? Because if
No,
you
I
hit
did.
chime...
I said I used it.
Okay, so mark down a charge of chime
That's
and make a
7.
dexterity saving throw.
Eek.
Is it actually low?
Yeah.
I mean, it's average.
13. 14. Oh, 15. Sorry.
Okay.
Bottles.
Oh,
In the
wrong
computer.
bag.
It doesn't really matter for now, but yeah.
There's tiny bubbles in my Sorry.
Alright, take 5 hit points of necrotic damage.
I'm
Oh
getting
man,
more
I
and more
get
weird.
necrotic damage half.
Eventually, guys, I get pretty bad.
What
Should've
did
had
I
time.
say about right being wrong?
And the door swings
Right is
open
right.
because
It
it,
is
was
a
locked.
simple
blah blah
rule.
blah. When you use the chime,
The other door was
the door is
trapped too,
unlocked and
Gearon.
also opens.
Yeah.
So he didn't need to check for traps.
Oh well, because she set it off.
It was
Oh.
trapped.
Okay.
Well, maybe you should go open it and prove that.
No, I mean the center door was trapped.
Yeah.
Yes, the center door that I already disarmed was trapped,
What if I told
but
you they might
we
all
had
be
not
trapped?
gone left.
I'm gonna lay on
They
hands 5
might
hit
all
points.
be trapped.
Thank you. He laid on hands for me.
Alright, and
I like not having to heal all the time. Thank you
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah, some extra divine
you enter
cast.
through the
Really
door
safe.
and
I'm
it's
gonna
actually
just. Oh, can I make like a trap check in general?
it's an investigation check for you. You don't have like a check for traps skill per se. So yeah, make an
Since
investigation check.
Gearon's being the way he
Excuse
is.
me.
It's just doing him.
That's why I said the
I
way
get
he
it.
is.
We're a very similar kind of weird, Gearon.
I am not a metal detector.
Just a metal detector.
I simply detect metals and magic
an 18.
items.
You don't notice any traps beyond just the door, but you've only gone in like a few feet.
Yeah.
with your dark vision, you see that it's actually a smaller chamber, perhaps a storage chamber, and there's assortment of like crates and barrels and like herbs and
Don't go in
whatnot's
the right
hanging
door,
from
he said.
hanging from the ceiling.
I'm gonna go investigate those whatever.
Yes,
it is
you
outside.
should step away, one with scales and teeth, while I investigate
No.
the next doorway.
No.
Yeah, we'll split up. Scooby Doo it.
Yeah.
Don't
Go
ever
do it on
Split the
your own.
party!
Split the
Never split the party.
The party.
No, I'm just going up ahead to check for traps,
I rolled
which I get
another
advantage.
18 with the
Passive
investigation
wisdom.
check.
Okay, and you don't really see anything
Oh, I use
that you would
investigation to
consider
do it.
useful. There's like,
Yeah, but
weird leaves and, like, there's ingredients and stuff in barrels and crates and hanging from the ceiling.
Tar, come look at this.
I got a 27 going up on ahead, poking around for traps.
The other door, because it's a smaller chamber. Like
Is there a doorway on the other side? Like,
No,
does
it's
it,
like-
it's
it's
just
like a storage room.
area.
then
Remember,
yeah,
if
the
there's a
other
dragon within
chamber.
120
They can
feet,
fuck around in the storage
sword
room, and I'll go.
Okay,
and fuck
so
around.
Have my
the
sword
I
out.
wanna take them.
All the time. You walk around like
the,
it.
Well,
the
it's actually a
27
workout.
you investigate for
Investigation.
traps, and you find that this door too is trapped.
Oh, yeah.
So you want to disarm the trap before you.
What
unlock
is
it.
the trap?
You notice there's like a uncanny amount of pressure against the door, which you also notice is locked. But your investigation, like you're pushing on it, and it actually pushes back out at you.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take out a hand drill. I'm just gonna like drill through the door in a little pinprick, and once I reach the end of like where the wood's gonna be, I kind of step away and do and just release a pinhole to release that energy out.
And there's no energy release. You actually like peer through the hole, and you don't really. It's dark in there.
did I notice any like usable herbs? Anything I can snack? for
Make
components?
a medicine and or like alchemy and or like shit that uses herbs and whatnots.
Mostly for medicines. That's really good. That's 9, so it's 15.
There's usual stuff. There's like some things that you can use for like making herbalism and or healers kits.
Beautiful. That's
Um, So just mark down like 25 gold worth of like herbalism / medicine kits.
Can I check for ale?
You just go in and like pick up all the barrels and shake them, and there's no liquid in any of them.
Yeah, my perception is -2, so.
Yeah. And like
At
you
least
kind
you
of tear
try.
through some of the crates and like shatter some bottles on the ground because they're not booze.
Cool. Yeah. Honestly, nothing.
healing potion.
Yeah.
We're all
Like everybody here has seen some of those. So with like a 10 or better, you would identify a healer's potion. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, sure. Well,
So no.
but I'm bored of this
So-
area. I'll go over to this guy.
Does the door open towards me or away from
It
me?
opens towards you.
So I'm gonna take one of my little crowbars and a hammer and like a chisel and just kind of dismantle the hinges.
Okay.
On my side.
Make a tinker tools because you do that, right?
7 plus 13 is 20.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you're like standing back and you're like prying on the hinges, and you weaken one, and you're like, all right, I'm gonna try this one a little bit, and you weaken that one, and you go back up to the first one, and you're like, all right, here we go, and the door just boom flies open, and from behind the door comes out so one door opens this way against the hinges, and then this other door swings out at you, but it's actually a bunch of spiky shit on metal, like a metal frame. It just slams into the wall. Make a dexterity saving throw to see if you
I
get
guess
caught in
Harvard
it.
With advantage because of the feat Dungeon Delver. That would be an 18 plus 1, 19.
Yeah, you dodge out of the way, no problem.
Hearing that, I'm gonna
Plus
run
1 dex,
over.
but plus 13 on the
Yeah,
other?
let's go.
Yeah.
How do you plus 13?
Because with any given tool that I'm proficient with, I get double proficiency. plus intelligence.
Rogues get to do that, and then what's really cool is you get to add half your proficiency if you're a bard. Anything you're not proficient in, you add half
I'm
your
not
proficiency.
proficient. I'm an expert with every tool that I'm proficient with, which by the way is thieves' tools, tinkerers' tools, leatherworkers' tools, smiths' tools, woodcarvers' tools, herbalism kit.
What?
He also has
That's my
like 6
jam.
charisma.
He's trying to take all our
I've got
names.
like
I don't.
herbalism kit.
I don't have the feat that allows you to heal with the herbalism
It is
kit.
pretty nice.
So
Yeah. That was worth it.
yeah.
All right.
He's a shithead.
Yeah.
There you go.
He's an extension of Tar.
Yeah. And Rose.
I'm the utility.
Yeah, you're my
Oh,
pocket
yeah,
knife.
no, I'm gonna run over to Gearon anyway.
Okay, so yeah, you swing around and go to the other side of the chamber, and
I'm the Swiss
Gearon's
Army
there,
man.
not
Yeah.
looking surprised at all, and it's like,
The
Guess we warned you, Gearon. There was 3 traps.
Weird.
Huh.
Perhaps
right?
if you had talked to me about that before opening that door.
Oh, I didn't care about that door.
Well, our presence
You know
is
that
known
she is
now.
our sergeant, Gearon.
Yeah.
Our presence
Well, he
was
doesn't
always
really care.
known.
He's ahead of me too.
How do you know?
Oh no.
Not
Apparently.
anymore.
Yeah, he's
Not
not
anymore.
I am the sergeant
What
still.
empire?
Fuck you, Gearon. Sorry.
You would.
Okay, so I peer into the dark room.
Are we
with my
not
night
an
vision. Or
Imperial
dark vision.
regiment?
No, but I'm still a sergeant to this group.
Are we not an Imperial regiment?
I mean, was I technically drafted
not?
into the Imperial Regiment? I
We're
don't
not
even know.
anymore.
You were
Is
like,
there
sure,
an
I'll play
empire?
with you
No
guys.
empire anymore.
There is in
You're
fact
Like, I'll
an
play
empire.
along.
But
Is
we're
there
not
an
in
emperor?
it anymore.
There are some who could claim the throne to the Empire.
And one of them is merely weeks old.
And never.
No, that she's still pregnant.
And
That-
Weeks
never,
old.
And
That's
never
what-
showed.
that's a baby.
That's a baby.
Yeah.
And
No abortion.
you don't know that.
This guy gets it.
Wait, maybe you know that, actually.
Tar knows that. Tar's well
Tar
aware.
already knows.
Yeah, I made a check for that.
He is weeks old, but maybe it is best not to inform Tatiana as of yet.
Not yet. Even though we were at
I am not
The Grove
contractually
this morning, or
obligated
Tommendale
to
this
this
morning.
fetus.
What did you just call it?
You can call it a fetus.
No, you can't. I'm
can.
offended.
It's still a...
Alright, guys, off
That is-
topic. Let's go.
But his use is chosen.
Yeah.
I do not experience hormonal reactions, and as such,
You
I do
experience
not
a hammer to the
understand
face.
We
the
experienced the worst
expression
fight.
of offense.
Okay, so
Watching you, Gearon.
so we crowd around the
We're
door.
all watching.
We're all watching Gearon.
You're walking on thin ice there, buddy.
Is Gearon waterproof?
Everybody make a perception check.
I do have
I
control.
mean,
of
I
it.
don't need to breathe.
Wow.
Perception.
Is that really-
19.
Wow.
It's the first
16.
time I've ever
That's a
rolled
high
this
for me.
die.
Oh, actually?
I got
You
a
know what?
19, which is super
20.
good.
Sorry, 20.
Perception is a wisdom.
Did
Yeah.
you just roll a nat 1?
Yeah.
I have 14 or 18 passive perception. I rolled
Gearon.
Someone's about
What'd
to
you
have
roll?
fun.
got
17 plus 1?
Okay.
I got 14.
Or sorry, 17 plus 2, 19.
Alright, so, passive perception, what's your passive perception?
I honestly don't know.
And your facts.
It's
So it's,
Yeah, but
it's
never-
eight.
So,
So
you have
it's,
to have the number
so
on
it's,
there.
it's 8 plus your wisdom modifier plus your applicable
18.
modifiers.
So 8 plus 5.
So
So a
it's-
proficiency bonus as well, since I'm proficient in
Yeah.
wisdom.
Oh shit, mine's up to 19 actually.
So 8 plus 9
On a 1?
is
17.
17.
Passive.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Wait, yours was up to
Passively 19.
Right, that's all I would
Yeah,
add.
okay.
Proficiency, wisdom, and
Yeah,
then
alright,
I'm
so,
fine.
I don't know why.
On
Passive.
different note, all of
Cool.
us,
Fair enough.
my 4th infusion is the mini-handed pouch, so we all have our mini-handed pouch.
alright,
Just before we get
so,
into the
with your
thick of it,
perception
Slip my
roll,
hand into the pouch.
with
Yeah,
your
I
passive
slipped my hand and I
perception,
tickled
with your
the
passive
mirror.
perception and your perception roll, you get it
Then I
back,
start pulling
which
Joe
is
through the pouch.
applicable because you are also,
Not sure how much luck you're gonna have with that.
it's just
We're
applicable,
both large,
but
so I don't know.
you
Just top
hear
three.
You and Earth
a faint
Oh,
like
no, I can
horn
only carry
call,
large.
Oh, yeah.
and
Yeah.
you three
That's what I
You're not
heard.
large.
Feel
He is large.
kind of like an unease. And
Well, I never feel.
there's like a faint, a faint
He's got a
like
helmet
buzzing.
of Bigley.
Like,
Maybe the hell.
you ever heard like a bumblebee fly past your ear?
Yeah.
It's like it's a lot deeper, like of a sound than like a mosquito flying past your ear.
Is my hammer glowing?
I think the stones are
No.
communicating with
No,
us.
I look at Gearon and I'm like, we've heard this before.
See, but he didn't hear it. He kind of felt it.
Oh,
and
we've
like,
felt this before. My bad.
and like you kind of heard it, and the way I'm describing it is like it's kind of like a really deep buzz for those that
Mhm.
like can't hear it but kind
And
of
it's
feel
only
it.
me, Yob, and Gearon.
Is it like getting like a chill
So-
up your spine?
The four of you two unfortunately don't get it.
So do I recognize what this is coming from?
Do you know what a draghorn is? Out of character, of course.
Can I
Sure
make a roll for that?
History check. So possibly, probably.
11.
Can I have
I
that?
rolled a 2, so.
Can I do a history check?
Can you admit it?
Or can I do a religion check?
And it's out of character since he knows my backstory. Wouldn't he know what that was?
He doesn't know everything that you know though.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
You guys weren't always together.
No, yeah. Considering
For you, you
Yeah.
could maybe do a religion check even.
You want to hand me that mermaid?
Would mine
Got
be
you.
history?
Thank
Oh.
you.
you're
I
not
think
in
you
this.
got a full one
Yeah, I
right
am.
there.
Oh, funny.
I'll switch it
Yeah,
up.
but you're like
Still need
the
you
mermaid,
already
though.
know what you already
Oh,
know
okay,
about it.
okay.
Like you're not gonna
Maybe I'll
magically
pop
know
that
something
for
more
you.
about it.
No.
Yeah.
Unless it's
got
just for good luck.
I mean, I'll grab
Fucking
other
bronze.
so.
Alright.
I'm not involved.
All right. So that's
this.
and yeah, that's about
Is
where you're
that
at.
a
Indiana Jones.
copyrighted statement?
We have to purify this cave.
It's not Indiana
What?
Jones.
I got a bad feeling about this.
That's
sorry, Han
I've
Solo.
never heard it before.
I think
No.
it's
Yeah.
Luke
So-
Skywalker.
Son
Definitely
Holo.
not Disney.
I'm the only one who
That
knows
sounds,
what this maybe.
Like a bunch of sodomites.
It's kind of a play.
English isn't copyrighted yet, so.
It's
So I, look
I don't
at
know,
everyone and was
Monsanto
like,
owns
did you feel that?
Let's get back on topic,
Oh,
fans.
right.
The game of? Or. I thought that was Jazzbro.
I'm just trying to play this game, guys.
Okay.
You guys are the
Confucius
You
said
guys just learned, I can't
there's
hear
only
the
two.
I volunteer to go first through the door.
That was Confucius.
Confucius say.
I wouldn't do that.
No?
Go for
Not
it.
without everyone.
Well, I mean, yeah.
So make
So,
make a
okay.
perception check. You have dark vision, so you're fine.
9 minus 2.
I told you I wouldn't do that yet.
And
For what?
in front of you, you
You have night
see
vision.
a doorway. That the door was like blown open, and a
Fucking
booby trap
weird.
started up
Vision
against the
spell.
wall.
Do you
And
not have dark
He
vision
does not,
spell?
apparently.
he does.
I have produce flame.
You have dark
I have a
vision.
torch.
as
You
spell.
don't have the spell dark vision.
have it,
And
I just
you
didn't
see
use it yet
another storage
today.
chamber
I
similar
don't-
to the one that you just
Where
saw.
did you use it?
Full of barrels and
I have to
crates, and the
prepare
crates have
spells.
bottles.
I
in them and things
repeatedly
hanging from,
infuse rocks with a 10-foot radius
yeah.
light, 20-foot
Okay.
radius
Okay.
dim light.
Similar.
I don't see any enemies in here,
I
guys.
also have
Let's
a
loot this
carry
place.
torch.
Hello! Are there any enemies in here?
Your voice echoes back at you. It's a small chamber as well.
I just walked past everyone.
I am
that's talking.
not your enemy, Tar. I am trying to keep you alive.
I'll only
Confucius said there is no try.
I'm just gonna walk straight.
To the next
That's all I'm
chamber.
gonna do. Just walk straight.
It
Oh.
seems safe.
I'll walk at about 10 feet behind her.
I am 10 feet behind you.
I'll take
Okay.
up the very rear
So
I'll be in there.
with the dwarf.
Red has
Preferably.
explained to you guys that it's pretty much an identical chamber to the one on the other side.
dwarf
And
led.
you guys chose wisely going through the center door the first time. And yeah, who wants to investigate the barrels and herbs and whatnots?
Right here.
Should be the-
What's red got?
3 minus 2. 1.
You're so disappointed
15.
that
I'm gonna help with a 28.
it's okay. And these barrels are actually a
Okay,
little bit
plus
heavier,
9.
and some of them actually have liquid in
You're all
them.
19.
And
I tie one to my back.
Nice.
tie one on.
Can I minus 5 to my speed for that, or?
I can carry that.
You're a
for you.
dwarf, so
I can
you're
carry
kind
you
of
better.
unencumbered
I
by.
You can carry that for you.
I'm not carrying
Yeah,
that.
I'm pretty full up actually.
You have to hit heavy load before you're encumbered. So.
How much would one of these weigh?
I mean, it's like a 5-gallon carboy, right?
Yeah, it's like it's in the realm of like
If it's a
50
barrel.
pounds.
Oh no, is it a full barrel?
It's a barrel.
I'm
It's a
pretty
barrel.
stout.
Barrels
Well,
are
that's
Yeah,
150
he's got 20
pounds.
strength, which
Yeah.
means he has to get
I would
close
give
to
you
500 pounds
150
before he's encumbered at all.
Yeah, you're alright.
He's a dwarf.
There.
He's
It's
a
kind of
dwarf.
retarded.
Like,
You think that you don't
he's
even
at
know what's
20.
in it.
Yeah, I was
25
just
speed to
thinking,
begin with.
Can I open it?
Barrel.
You can bung it. Ask Gearon to help you bung it.
Can you help me figure out what's in this?
I
Before I type
suppose
my
I'll
bad.
identify. Wait, did my first identify not work?
No,
My
so you
28.
investigated.
It's a new-
So
Oh, okay.
so what you investigated. So you so hanging from the ceiling here, you have great investigation. So it's like, oh, this is like there's like hops and cinnamon and
Is it
Uh,
a
like-
liquid?
some sort of star jasmine and like aromatics and
This
like
looks like a distillery.
some.
They knew what they were doing.
Oh yeah.
So there's some
and then I
floral
got
and
a 10
herbal.
on whatever to help him.
So and you tap the keg and Red, who I'm gonna give you advantage on this. Make a
swig.
pick your best stat and roll that one.
I'll do second best. Constitution.
Constitution, yeah.
Oh, 20.
Okay.
I take a big fat swig of that.
So this is like
24, actually.
a
Yeah, Con's a
keg,
good.
a
24.
keg of the equivalent of modern. I'm gonna not say a trademark's name. Jurgermeister.
Yes. That is a dwarven common.
Bürgermeister.
But yeah, it's like
This seems to
46% pure alcohol by volume, and
There's,
it
like,
has
little
strong
antlers on
notes of like star anise and licorice root, and with your excellent constitution check, you also know that it is non-poison. You won't go blind, but it'll get you drunk.
Star anise is highly coveted in the dwarven area, so I'm gonna strap
Hang
this
on.
to my back.
Wait, hang on. Hand some of that over.
Okay. Yeah.
Char wants some.
Is there
Who
more
else
than one
wants
barrel?
some?
So there are more barrels, and there's more than one like flavor in here.
You can take a
Also,
tank.
Pony.
Yeah, no, I'll strap one on my back.
So ask Gearon to help you tap your keg, figure out what's in it.
Gearon, would you please help a brother out?
Isn't it a drill?
Keg
Isn't it like a
backpack.
hand drill?
I have a lot of tools.
He has to make a tinkering check.
He's fine. All right. So how do you want to investigate what this is? You want to just
You know
I
what
wanna
a gouge
by?
is, right?
You
But
know.
imagine
Okay.
that at 360
Make a-
degrees.
Make a perception check, and do you have like medicine?
I have a medicine.
Okay, yeah. Make a medicine check.
Star anise ale.
15.
15. So
And ISE.
this one smells a little.
Anise.
Star anise.
This one smells a little more medicinal.
It's actually a flower.
But it still has a little bit of that
Anus.
licorice type smell to it. If you want to try it, I'll let you make another check with
Can't
advantage.
make your breath too good.
Okay. A medicine check.
Yeah, but you gotta try it.
All right, I'll take a swig.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. You have to.
Jesus loves me. 18 plus.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah. All right. So with this, you identify that this is medicinal because it has like an infusion of wormwood. It's known to give some people visions when they consume under proper conditions, and this is
Wormwood.
this is a similar. And then also you look a little bit closer. There's like a little green
Absinthe.
fairy branded into the side of the keg.
Crit roll.
Absinthe makes for good fuel.
Oh, that's what it is.
Had a good
I
time.
didn't know if that was trademarked or not.
No, that's a type of liquor. It'd like
Okay.
be like trademarking vodka.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yes, it's absinthe.
I can smell that from here. You want to share a bit?
You want some of this?
Please
yeah,
do.
yeah. Here you
Split
go.
a tankard.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, however it
All right.
keg
So
works
there are
into
other.
I was half done.
So there are other things other things here. There's a couple more.
It is
religious
regrettable that alcohol does not affect me.
Well, what does?
Don't you have like
Magnets?
like an
Books?
Also magnets.
wow.
Are you gonna jack on, Bender?
Lodestone's a natural magnet.
Alright.
We've got a new quest. Gearon's looking for the Ophalo Stone, also known as a robotic suppository.
Are there any religious doohickeys sitting around, or
no.
symbols? Or...
Investigation check for that.
Just try
Not a
not.
religion check?
I'm just gonna
No.
sit down and enjoy the keg on my back.
Hey, do we have like a -1 now?
Got
I don't know. How much are you
straw.
drinking?
We tried this and now we're trying absinthe.
That's shots.
Intelligence?
Are you
Okay,
just
so I
fucked
got
after 2
12.
shots?
I'm 7 foot tall.
Yeah. So are you a pussy?
It's not bad.
Like, do you want to be drunk? Who wants to make a Constitution check?
I have
Who
half
wants
a
to be
stein
drunk?
of
I
absinthe
want to make a
and
constitution check.
right here.
What are we doing? Constitution?
Anybody who
19.
yeah,
11
10,
plus 2.
16.
10 or higher and you're fine.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, yeah.
Alright.
No, this is the good stuff.
All right. Yep.
Okay.
Everybody's happy. All right. So we'll just speed through this. That was fun, but we got to get going. So,
Okay.
So there's also a barrel of whiskey, and there's a barrel that seemed like it was going to be turned into something like distilled, but it's still got a little bit of like you actually like pop the top and realize it's like a mash barrel still. But oddly enough, all it is like a bunch of honeycomb and maybe like sugar and stuff. And as you pop the top, it actually has a little bit of pressure behind it. So you realize that this is mead, and if you transfer it over to another barrel and just like kind of filter it off, you've got like a barrel of mead as well.
I could probably carry that.
We could come back.
I have a bag of holding, guys.
Could I carry the second barrel of whiskey?
I do
I have a
believe
bag of
that
holding.
Is it
I
gonna fit in
can
that?
Yes,
run
it'll fit
this
in my bag.
through some of my interior tubular structure into a container, such as a bag of holding, and back into this barrel after proper cleaning.
I do have like a small wooden carboy in my possession. You guys want to fill up one of my old mead carboys?
I believe
Like-
that I can facilitate
So
that.
in short time, Tar could probably have a couple more glasses of mead, because how long you've been running the same keg, and you can just do like a pour over and use the lid and just kind of filter most of it off. I mean,
We'll
you
fill
know,
this pony
it's
keg.
mead, no
Yeah,
big deal.
We'll fill this pony cake, let it distill, and
Oh, it's like a real keg.
Yeah, it's a real keg.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like
5 gallon.
oh damn, all right.
No, for rum.
It's in the it's in my backpack.
just
no
whiskey.
rum,
Damn it.
whiskey.
I
There's
believe
whiskey,
that I
and
can
absinthe, and
keggerate
apparently
and
dragons
make
are
that
pirates.
fizzy for you
Some sort of
if you
dark-
would
No, I
like.
give to the needy.
You guys have a still
I give
actually
to
I'm
back
just
at-
I
gonna-
always help
Yeah.
people in help.
See, Joe, but they're getting along now.
Oh,
Don't
okay.
mess with
This
this.
is the bag of holding.
I might
Well,
murder
you
you.
would maybe have to
better
say.
than that.
It's kind of like a
It's a
bag of
backpack
holding,
holding.
but with extras.
This is yours.
Yeah.
Oh, which by the way, did you get a magical item yet?
Mhm.
Red? You never even got a
Well,
magical
actually,
gave
he
him-
just gave me a new shield.
It's
yeah.
an infusion,
That's an
which
infusion,
is
that's-
a technically temporary
That's a
magic
big boost.
item, but
It's a big boost. Wait, temporary?
Well,
yeah,
until
I
Gearon
can
dies.
end it at any given time.
Do me a quick favor, and we're gonna just kind of retcon this, because everybody here has at least one magical item.
Okay.
So I'm gonna get you one of these. Just roll a D100 for me.
You could. Do I have a stack?
1, 2.
Well, generally what I did
Madman.
was I asked. Oh, hey, he's gonna do it.
These
soon.
are all magical
Just roll,
items.
That's not
roll
even
the
on,
D100.
that wasn't even on the stack.
D100.
I
I
love
hope it's
it.
a never-ending pony
These
cake.
cards are awesome.
I got a 77.
77. Okay.
Praise him.
Yeah. He is
Praise
praised.
him,
He's
Jesus.
praised.
Kind of like Jesus, but more chaotic.
Yeah, a lot more chaotic. Yeah.
I mean, there's only one God, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
but
kind of
I
weapon do
it
you
with
use?
Warhammer.
Tar's good at
Jesus is
placating
the
you.
one and only
Sorry, I
God.
actually use a
can
battle
show you
axe.
some of mine,
Yeah.
and you can show me some
Okay,
yours.
just in case.
But he's one-handed, so
I'm
that
not very
allows-
tolerant
Is
about
it
religion.
versatile?
She seriously rolled 77.
But I know you usually carry a shield.
That's amazing.
I don't compare.
I pretty much
to
do
yours,
too.
but-
I
Unless I'm like, I am vengeful.
Yeah,
I can
I'm
do
not
a
very
two-hander if you.
You just out of a rabbit,
People know.
Damn.
Hot-blooded.
I'll remind you about that in like 10 minutes.
Sorry, I found a couple that like I might.
Trying to help you.
Gotta save for later, huh?
Help you.
No, I might actually just, you know, give you one of those because they're fucking dope. What I got here is I got a stack of fucking cards. I'm counting to 77.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, is there anything you guys want to do while you're here? You essentially have exhausted this here dungeon. You just happen to pick the right door right off the bat.
Can we short rest?
So
Absolutely.
we can assume that going
Doesn't-
left leads to nowhere?
No, he said it
What
continues,
essentially
Continues up.
like
is
it gets
you're
warmer.
you got a. It wasn't like a railroad because you could have gone to these chambers before you went straight to the dragon chamber, but as with most temples, they have rooms for purposes, and then beyond those purposes, they don't usually go anywhere. So it's like, you know, one room leads to another, so that you can get to your ritual sacrifice or orgy or whatever it is you're going to do. And this was a temple devoted to worshiping a dragon. So you entered in through the top, you'd make your blood sacrifice, you'd maybe do some magic, you'd go pay homage to the
Okay.
dragon,
So we can assume
perhaps
there's no
sacrifice
other
a virgin to the
layers
dragon,
in here.
so on and so forth. You got some storage chambers, because dragons like to get their drink on, and people like to, you know, get doped up before they get sacrificed to a dragon. So they got a potion making chamber to get people a little more loosey-goosey. They got a place to celebrate after they have a blood orgy downstairs.
So,
Just right here.
odds are we won't
There's
find
only
anything
one
adventurous by going
tiny
left.
bird that I can barely feel. with
Odds
the
are
callus in my thumb.
you've,
You guys
and I'm just going to be literal and out of character
We
here,
work this
you've
every
literally
day.
exhausted this temple.
Okay.
Everything's
There's-
out.
Cool.
I brought
You've
this
seen it all.
I was basically asking
Here, let me see that. We got some other things to fix now.
Like when somebody rolls a 28 investigation and I tell you, hey, you know, it's a room similar to the one next door.
It's exhausted.
Oh,
Gearon, I think we've mapped out as far as we can go down here in these depths. Should we return
We
to
should
the?
go-
Alright, Red, roll me a d6 and divide
Should
by
we
2.
return to the Oasis?
2d6?
Are
No,
you
Red, 1d6
certain?
divided
Big
by
Red.
2.
Have you
Got
taken your
Okay.
mineral form and
Literally don't tell anybody what that
tremors
is unless you
throughout
want to.
No.
this
What
section?
do I even know? Oh wow, I guess it kind of spells itself out.
Notice anything?
So tremor
I just thought
sense
that was
while
really
you're
fun and it was
elemental
in my
didn't
first
reveal
group of
anything
cards
else.
and
I can only.
I
Do
didn't
you
see
wanna
anything
ask
that I
him
wanted to
directly?
give
I'm
you.
just enjoying my
He just
stein and
said
set my
something
hand
about
down and
that.
feel
It'll
something
also,
odd,
I
pick
can
it
only
up,
do
and
that once
Yep.
a day. So
pocket it.
if I burn
So-
my
It's been
beast
fun.
form now, then I have to wait till tomorrow to
Look around.
be able to meta that.
Yeah.
I say we go up through the door that was in the center again to go back to the
I don't even know how I
Oasis.
did
That
like
leads
that.
out that second way
tavern.
we found. Okay.
It was a hidden tavern.
And go to where?
It's a little tavern that we let into. We're gonna go to the tent city so we could talk to the council. You haven't met
We
them yet.
found
No, it
this
doesn't
place
lead-
via
doesn't lead to the tavern,
a
it leads
hole
to
in the
the-
middle of the desert that we dug.
No, it leads to the middle of nowhere. It's a second middle of nowhere. Yes, it is.
It was in the middle of
So I
tavern.
pull
We
out my
were in
map
the
and I
middle
show
of the
Rosalind
desert
that
when we
the
found
other
this
way just
dungeon.
leads to it.
Right?
I will
No, I have
clarify.
it.
So, you guys walked around the oasis a little while, and then like walked out into the desert, essentially into the middle of nowhere, and dug a hole to find the top of this temple, which you're assuming is a pyramid or a ziggurat based on the multi levels and the angles of the walls inside.
Tavern. Dragon's Nest.
Yeah. So you found the
So you
dragon's nest.
retconned it that the oasis happened before our digging?
No.
No,
We
you guys
left
went
the
there,
oasis. We
walked back to the oasis, and wandered around in the tent city
Oh,
a
okay.
little bit,
Oh,
and
here
found
it is.
the Dragon's Nest, which is a brick and mortar facility. It's kind of a dive bar, and
Not watching the episode you missed.
you noticed some dignitaries taking a break from day-long meetings of bureaucratic nonsense. One of whom was a criminal around the area
Not a fan.
known as Zodamon, the Black Dragonborn, who actually took a liking to Rosalind.
Yeah.
And you're a black dragonborn?
She is a green dragonborn.
Green dragonborn.
So we can either exit through
It's
the.
an empty tavern. I wrote it down.
So we can either exit through the ladder, or we can exit through the other cave that seemed to be going upward.
Yeah, so you could go back, which, you gotta clear the fucking hole again and blah blah blah, but you gotta go.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we had kind of.
So
a
it's back to the
collapse.
dragon chamber.
I'm gonna venture and just say that we go back to the tavern because that's where I wanted to go anyway.
Do we teleport or do we walk? Is what I'm
Walk.
getting at.
Walking is safer.
Walking
and
is safer,
and it's
for sure.
actually faster because you're literally just
Literally.
walking already known territory.
So
So we go back to the
Alright, so you guys go back
tavern.
to the Dragon's Nest, and I can't remember the bartender's name, but he had
It was
a gruff-
S.
a gruff Scottish accent, which is weird for Dragonborns, but I'm gonna commit to the bit. Oh, welcome back, everybody. Looks like you picked up a couple people and lost a couple people. Everything okay?
People are lost every day.
Indeed they are. Welcome to the Desert Metal Man. Never seen your like before.
What race is he?
He's a black Dragonborn,
His name is
owner-
Seamus.
owner and proprietor of the Dragon's Nest.
shit.
I
Seamus.
am unsure that I've ever seen anyone as dark as you either.
Well, they say that after generations
Gearon.
in the desert, some of us got darker and some of us got smarter and left.
So did you used to be blue?
No, I think the mother of dragons had one of each color head, if you know what I mean.
So are you admitting some level of retardation?
Don't mind our friend here. He's a little
I-
robot.
He's a bit rude.
I think I am, and he pours himself a shot and takes a shot.
I give him a shot of absinthe.
I still have that outlandish whiskey.
Okay.
I do too.
Start pouring the barkeep
He
booze.
trades you an empty shot glass for a shot
He's a
glass.
dwarf. And a
Yeah.
cleric.
So absinthe. Let's
What?
get this barkeep hammered.
poison.
You want some outlandish whiskey?
Technically.
Is that
Make a
poison?
persuasion check.
I have good
Absinthe is
persuasion.
poison.
I'm sure you do.
Oh boy.
Thought it was just
I get
Which is
13.
He's already had a couple of shots. Hi, I'll try some of what you
Recognize
got.
that. Alright. I hand us both a shot.
Alright, so you
Wait,
pour.
what shots are we
This-
Outlandish
uh,
whiskey, you want some?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Or 3. See, the holy man know how to drink.
Yeah.
Can I use my criminal contact and get in contact with Dadaba's Reno?
It would be easier for you to just send him a message.
I don't have that.
But she does.
She doesn't know. Oh yeah, you do. You know that.
Yeah. You were there.
Ronnie, can you send Zadaban a message for me?
No, don't worry.
It's a level 3 spell. You have 25 words. And Zataban is waiting by the phone for
I
your
have
call.
message
Speak
as a
fast.
cantrip.
So does it take me more to get drunk?
Message
now
is
that
a
I'm, like,
cantrip,
huge
so I'm
or
not
large?
sure what you're
And
thinking
we've
about.
already been
Is your
drinking.
shot-
Yes.
Has your constitution changed?
Message is a
No.
cantrip that breath, so I don't know what
Oh,
you're
oh,
thinking
sending,
about.
sending.
Could be a lightweight giant.
Right, I guess so.
Send.
Like, we.
Sending, third level. It even works across planes. Remember that one?
Yeah, I feel like. Yeah, messages within 120 feet.
Yeah. Sending works across planes.
Alright,
Yeah,
ignore me for a
sending.
moment.
Your spell stack's
Will do.
ridiculous.
We were.
So 25 words. Who wants to do the count for? I'm not doing the count.
Can you
Don't
ask
sending.
him when we can meet
What?
with him and the council again, or just him?
I might in my divine side, but I don't have
You want me
those
to ask
cards,
him?
so I don't
Oh.
use
Maybe
it.
we
Oh,
can meet.
I got one
already
for you. I
have
got one
this.
for you. Roll a
I'll get
d20
you-
for me.
I'll get you some cards.
If you get the cleric spell list,
What
I
am I
can
rolling
fill it
for?
out. But
Straight up,
most of it's
just give me the
arcane.
number.
18.
I have the
18,
cleric.
fuck
Do you have
spell.
sending?
Alright, and oddly
What level
enough,
spell is that?
you just want it to
2 or
happen
3,
so
I think.
bad,
2 or 3.
like you're sending Zadaban like mind mode. God, how am I gonna get a hold of him? How am I gonna get a hold of him? And
I was
then
like, okay, I'll do it.
he actually sends you a message.
Oh hey, he felt my need.
I want to say I have.
Sending is a 3rd level spell.
They're
Except
like-
And it is a cleric
telekinesis
spell if you want it.
somehow.
So yes. Alright, anyway. Roslyn, it is Zataban. The council will
I
be
do
meeting
have-
again this afternoon. Check that tomorrow afternoon since it is already late afternoon. We look forward to your attendance. Bring your friends and the rest of the exploration party. We have not heard word from them yet either. Stop what you are doing in your excavation of the temple and return to the council tomorrow afternoon.
Tavern.
Okay.
It's supposed to be 25 words, but you get the idea.
I do.
I went way over.
And I don't get
You
to
have-
reply, do I?
You have 25, and you feel telepathically.
Okay.
You can respond to this message.
Oh, so he so he has 25 plus another 25.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
I
I'm
don't
gonna reply to
regret it
Shadowbot.
in case, so.
Mac
Oh, you just
and
told me to
Mike
hand
are
it to you, 'cause I wanna know.
Fresh.
You wanna see it?
Well, you
fell to their
you know
death
it,
in a
right?
trap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good for the immune system.
No,
Mac
don't-
I have
and
so
Mike
many
are
spells,
dead.
Are dead. Okay.
I am a half caster.
You got 20 more
anyway,
words.
So it doesn't really matter.
We made it out of the temple.
We made it out. 5 words. So you got
Okay.
15 more.
I will be there at noon with the detachment.
Be there at noon with the detachment. So you have 8 more words if you need.
See you in the council tomorrow.
Prepare the kegs.
See you tomorrow. 5 more words if you want.
What about Sir Fancy Pants?
All right.
I'll let them know whenever I get there. We're gonna probably. I want to leave Gearon because he doesn't know how to shut his mouth and be kind. To my
Leave
people.
me where?
Just tell him to shut up. He has
so
to listen to
He
you.
does
Gearon
not
Gearon
listen to
being
you
lawful
regardless.
understands hierarchies. He might actually behave
That
himself
is
in the
not
council.
part of the contract. Where are we
If it's
going?
going to endanger us,
It's not going to endanger us. We're
so
going
then
to the
he'll
council.
shut the fuck up.
I am contractually obligated to protect you.
And by protecting us, you can shut up.
Okay, so then I look at Gearon. Gearon, if I take you to our my friends and their council, you cannot be rude to them, because if you are, I will make sure this contract is unbound, and I won't
I
have to
do
be
not
rude.
appreciate the
Yeah.
patronizing.
There's no patronizing. I'm just talking to you in a fashion.
I think it was patronizing.
I believe that it was patronizing and mocking of my accent.
Do you even
Gearon,
like?
Yeah, do you even feel
feel
that?
emotion?
You don't have emotion.
Do you have an
emotion.
accent?
You don't understand
Aren't you
that.
like a
But I do not appreciate it.
Shouldn't you
It
like
was
announce a statement?
The point of that statement.
Well, the statement clearly just says that you need to be quiet this time and let me handle it without you being callous and rude.
All right. So you folks are
What
about.
is a callus?
Callous
I
is
am
how you
native
act.
mythical.
I show him my hand. I'm like,
You guys are like
I show
18
him my
hours away
mithril
from the
hand.
meeting.
You guys are
tomorrow.
getting off topic.
So we gotta leave
It's
now
just
if we want to
No,
make
no,
a
no, it's in
shake.
the same city.
Oh,
Yeah, you guys can like tie one on and maybe even wake up in the morning and do some shopping.
Yeah.
now, you know what? Ignore them. You and I will just take shots while they talk, even if it doesn't work. We'll pretend like it does.
Talk to you, Dwarven.
Actually, you guys
Dude, I
can
know
go to
Dwarven.
that cool
Yes,
guy.
let's
You remember that
go
restaurant?
shopping and take some shots.
All right.
Here.
We'll pick.
You guys
Oh,
can
add
go
some
to
Italian
that
flavor.
chicken restaurant we
I
went to
do.
the other day.
Speak
It was
Dwarven.
the curry. Yeah, the soup Nazi.
You gotta go to the
You
curry
gotta go
place.
to the curry,
Go to the
curry
curry
soup
place.
Nazi.
In real life, or?
No, literally in game.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
He makes the quickest food. You get it within 5 seconds.
Wow. That
You
sounds
just
like
have
your
to
pace.
order
You have to
correctly.
order correctly.
Make sure you order correctly.
And the line's huge, but it's like once
I mean,
you
it's
once
just
the
bam,
order,
bam,
you're
bam,
done.
bam.
You're done. It's really
You
good.
just make sure you know what you want.
Then that's fast food.
Yeah, it's literally fast, food.
It's not fast food. It's good food fast.
Good food fast. That's even better.
Trademark.
That's even better. Wow.
Sorry.
Do you have to tip?
had a monologue a little
Just
bit.
the tip.
You should probably.
The price.
Probably.
The price is the same. Everything on the menu is the same price.
That's unheard of. I have to visit this place.
OOC, this guy tips anywhere we go. It doesn't matter. You
No,
all
drive
have to
through. Drive
Yeah.
through. Yeah, they're not supposed to take
Tip
it. Please.
But they do.
Tip at the
yeah.
drive.
Please do.
I love it.
That's quality.
Mhm.
Good.
You may know of this place because your world knowledge, but
I've never been.
you've never been here.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna order 3 rooms at the inn that we.
And
Actually,
Seamus
my
is
preferred-
more
Is there a
invited to the
temple? Can
lunch.
I look for a temple while we're out on our shenanigans?
Do you
Um,
have the acolyte background?
I am an acolyte, yeah.
Okay.
You can do that. You've never been here? What languages do you speak?
I speak Dwarven, Common, Celestial, and Orcish.
And he's got a guy with him that has the
Oh yeah,
helm of
okay, so
comprehend
you all are
languages.
together?
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah.
so make an investigation check with advantage.
Are you with them? Because I'm with them.
Right
I'm at
around.
the end.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the three of us.
12?
Oh.
Why do you get
12?
He's just
Okay.
trying to
And
find
then
a temple.
give me a
So that
persuasion check as
you
well.
can get most likely the three of us some free room.
I am proficient in persuasion.
That's good though.
Yeah,
Okay.
so 18.
Free room.
18.
We're-
Alright,
already got
so
words.
it takes you
Even
a
though
couple
we
of
have
hours, so
an
it's getting
absurd amount of room.
later. It's about
But
6
how'd you
o'clock, so it's not quite dark yet, but it's getting
20
darker.
copper, 12 silver,
And
228 gold,
you find
2
out that
platinum,
there is only
303
one
gold
temple,
worth
guys
of ruby,
leaving the-
and it's to
1500
Bahamut,
gold worth
the
of
Platinum
diamond,
Dragon.
833 gold worth of
That's still
emerald,
You guys left the inn
1833
already.
In theory.
gold worth
And
of
I
sapphire.
collect.
You
We're
guys
never at
gotta get to the
1833.
temple.
You
That's
said
just your
18
investigation to
arrived,
find
so
that's
it.
beautiful.
You find out that
So I know there's one there.
You
How much
know
does
there's
a
one.
really nice
Okay.
magic weapon usually cost?
Well, I mean, I think we're gonna go
for
shopping, so I
rare,
can probably
it's
ask
Mhm.
any
You
just
can
the
ask
shopkeeper.
You,
Yes.
if
What about?
Ronnie and I were
5K
gonna go
is
shopping. You three were in the inn,
So it could
and
cost
then
more, but
left the inn to
They
go
got up
get
and
the
left.
food. They think they're still in the inn. So can we make this known to everybody?
Hello.
They're just like,
Sorry,
attention.
I'll ask.
I already got a room. You guys are going to
You guys
do
had
what?
already left.
Right. Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we bailed already.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I know.
You just said you were in the
Alright,
inn.
so you guys have officially split the party. Here's what's happened because Dwight and I were interacting. So Dwight with some Gearon assistance with you know logic, city layout, etc. nonsense, and you're actually interacting with the public and a good persuasion check. You have found people trust you even though you're outsiders, and they have told you that there's a temple of Bahamut here in the Platinum Dragon.
That's the
Uh,
lawful good.
that sounds
Yeah.
less sinful than
Yeah.
than
He's-
sleeping in the same room.
He's the bomb. He's a good guy. So anyway,
Bahamut is a good dragon.
You
not
bet.
not
Bahamut.
not Baphomet, Bahamut,
Big difference.
the Platinum
Minus the
Dragon,
P.
lawful good,
Bahamut.
possibly
It's
the.
definitely not like a whole.
There's
Toilet door.
definitely
Yeah,
not
don't
a
worry about
storyline
it.
going
Back
on
to the
right now.
DM.
Don't worry about Baphomet, the lawful evil Lord of Beasts. You know,
Yeah.
into like rape and domination, etc. Like that actually exists too. All right. Anyway,
Yeah. So we got a second room, right?
there's three rooms.
Perfect.
I got 3 rooms already.
Yeah, so
You
you
are
got
out of
rooms
the
for
inn.
the
So-
3 of you, and we're gonna go get rooms at the temple.
Actually,
with,
I
Joe.
believe you guys were gonna go
Go
do
get
some
that
exploring and get some
I think I
curry
can
and maybe
persuade
stop
you
by
to take
a
in all three.
temple.
You're an acolyte.
Yeah.
I need someone to show me this curry vendor and also, find a very shady dealer. in the
so-
area.
Yes.
Start
You
with like
find
a perception check, roll
For
to
what?
an investigation check, and then a charisma, whatever.
Perception,
stat you're-
investigation.
He does
charisma.
perception. I'll take care of that investigation.
Okay.
You should do both those
Can I-
actually.
I can do a persuasion.
You
check.
you do the. Wait, what's your wisdom? You do the wisdom check. I do the int check. He'll
Okay,
do
so
the
you guys are
charisma
looking for
check.
this legendary curry place.
Which I could
I
understand.
got
Yeah.
a
Well, you know, they won't.
17.
You notice the smell of delicious
Ask for
food.
directions.
Yeah.
I got a
Investigation.
25.
You
13.
notice a line coming around the corner.
13.
You get the rundown from one of the guys in line. It's like, all right, guy, this is how you order here. You got to know exactly what you want, and if you don't order the right way, he says, no food for you.
They better have black sesame seeds. So.
You better not tell
Oh
them
man,
what
they
you
got
have.
everything. Like, you like Mongolian barbecue? You like curry? You like soup?
They're the same.
Uh,
Pretty much.
He's got it. You want it, he's got it. Dripping like water.
Wait, it's any food,
Wow.
not just soup?
It's like stir fry or soup or rice dishes or noodle dishes
So, like,
or.
would sushi be in the realm of that?
I gotta meet this chef.
Do you cook sushi?
What?
No sushi for you. Get out of my life.
Well, I was done.
You're not gonna eat if you talk like that. Yeah.
That was a joke, but no, it's like Mongolian barbecue and like Chinese food type stuff. It's like, you got fish sauce, sweet and
Curry's
sour
Indian.
sauce. Yeah, but there's also like Asian 5 spice, which has a lot of the components of curry.
How about
Yeah,
bat
we'll do
stew?
it.
I'm just talking to the barkeep all day.
No, I know.
So
Shake
I'll give you the basic rundown. There's a board that once you start getting closer, you can see. He's got all the ingredients. He's got like the fresh greens, bell peppers, green,
I
you
know,
know,
not really-
green peppers,
Not
hot
much of
peppers,
a bat pack.
Going back to
sweet
the
peppers,
tavern music,
onions, garlic,
but going back
and
to
then he's
the-
got like fish sauce, soy sauce, curry
Just
sauce,
buy one room.
chili sauce,
I don't
If
need
you
to
have
buy
enough black
more.
sesame
and
seeds,
then he's got
spicy.
rice, noodles, and beef,
If
pork,
you're playing
chicken,
card, there's
and
nothing
some
to
other
bring
exotic
personality into
stuffs.
right here.
but not that.
No, I'm just joking. I'm all in for the black
anyway,
sesame.
you
Your thing.
So yeah, and he's got like, you know, like sesame, he's got sesame
So good.
seeds
It's
and
spicy, man. It's crazy.
so yeah, what do you want in it? Essentially, you list your ingredients,
You got it.
you list spicy or not, and then rice or noodles.
Black sesame noodles with
Okay.
some chicken, preferably,
Okay.
or fish.
Chicken.
No
Chicken's
fish.
fine.
No
All right.
No fish.
Vegetables.
Or fish.
No fish.
Vegetables.
Not
You gotta
or a fish.
rehearse this, man. You gotta rehearse it.
You're right. I gotta know. You're right. Black chicken. I mean, damn it. Black sesame with chicken noodles.
Any
Chicken
vegetables?
and noodles. And onions.
Okay. Sauce.
Soy.
All right. You're up next in line because you actually got to be in front because you got the charisma. You're the face man.
All right.
All right. Show them how it's done, guys.
You're a legend. I've heard lots. Please make me the perfect black sesame noodles with chicken and soy sauce and onion soup.
Okay. 2 silver.
I'll give him a gold.
Whoa. He hands you back change and like shoves you back and then like
I hope
drops
it's a big dish.
drops your ingredients on his Mongolian barbecue and takes his big chopsticks and stirs your items around and sweeps it all into a bowl for you and drizzles some soy sauce and says next. He doesn't even look at you, and it's like a portion like for normal humans.
Yeah.
It's like a portion for like 3.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I walk away ecstatic.
All right,
Okay,
who's next? We got Gearon and okay.
Alright, I would like some sweet and sour chicken
I don't think
With-
I have any of that.
chow mein.
Okay, and he drops the chicken on, and like pieces of diced pineapple, green bell pepper, and the sweet and sour sauce that he has, and he kind of glazes it all together, and tosses it into a bowl. But it's a weird bowl. Like all the other bowls are like kind of poured out. This one actually has like a little partition in it. And so on one side there's the sweet and sour chicken. And he pours like a pitcher of water on top of the Mongolian barbecue, scrapes all the burnt on sugar and shit off, and then throws down some noodles with some cabbage and some soy sauce and some other stuff, and then sweeps that into the other side after it's all cooked al dente and hands it off to you.
Hey, you didn't
Yeah, I
ask
give him also gold.
You didn't ask for cabbage.
Yeah,
Tell me one
you
free.
gotta
I only
make
have the
more.
green one.
Well, no, he said chow mein.
Chow mein.
Chow mein's a
Oh, I
dish.
see.
I'm sorry. Leave me out of this. Yeah.
Yeah, chummy.
All right, so and then he also that's 2
Which I
silver,
think you want
I give him
over
a
the
gold.
green label.
and he shoves the change back in your hand and like
I don't
Next.
even take the change.
it hits the ground.
And then it stays on the ground.
Yeah.
If I could get a bowl of mineral oils combined with mineral spirits with a very low carbohydrate content and a low to minuscule protein content of a viscous quality equating to a low viscous mucus, that would be ideal.
You want the mineral oil mixed with the mineral spirits or separate?
Yes.
I'm gonna give it to you separate. It just doesn't make sense. You clean up oil spills with mineral spirits.
I am unsure if you understand my anatomy, but I suppose that I can do the rest, but it might cost you a personal tip.
It's gonna be 1 gold, 5 silver, and I'm gonna need a minute.
1 gold, 5 silver for some of the cheapest refined spirits and oils available. I believe that you are trying to pull one over me.
No stir fry for you. Out of my line.
I am unsure if you understand the nature of my
Next.
existence here.
And like a small gnomish girl puts 2 silver up and says,
And I put my
Chicken and
hand
noodles,
on her
please.
entire face and push her back.
she falls over prone. She gets up like,
I am unsure if you understand the nature of my existence here.
I go and coddle this little.
Okay, now I drop my bowl, breaking.
I do believe that I was haggling with you. Your
And it stands
refusal of
between the line
service
and
has
Gearon.
caused a reaction within me that
business.
he
Given-
finishes making the chicken and
He's being
noodles
so dumb right
and
now.
hands it over to you and
We
Okay.
I
Yeah,
the girl.
I
give it to the little
have
girl.
a friend
Okay.
named
Can we just
Tar.
have some cooking
I
oil?
believe that he would tell me that I should remove the leather from your tiny body.
Okay.
he's still like serving people, ignoring you over there.
I am unsure if you
I
heard
grab
me.
Gearon and
I
I'm like, let's go,
believe-
buddy. Come on. It's
Yeah.
okay, man. We'll get you something
Let's
else.
just, do we got a strength trap on the way, or
Make a perception check.
19 plus whatever, 4 or 5. I don't know.
You take Gearon to your blacksmith.
Okay.
I
Oh,
don't
he's
know
got
if
a
they
way.
heard me. I think that
It's
if
good,
I
buddy. It's all
talked
good, man.
louder
No,
at
we're
them, they may
leaving.
have, they may
Let's drag
have,
him with me.
they,
it's okay. He's just got a fast-paced lifestyle. It's all right. But you want some cooking oil, some real oil?
So at the blacksmith, mineral spirits and mineral oil are easily found, and they are cheap.
Take 2 pints of both.
It's still a gold total.
Well, yeah, but
I believe that you are pulling one over on me.
No, I'll pay the gold.
I
Just take the
believe
gold.
that I can offer you a service here. Your coals seem to be a little dim for proper smelting of steel. If you gave me just a few minutes, I believe that I could bring them to the ideal heat.
Mister, I
Something-
haven't hit the billows for a couple of minutes. It's fine.
Don't tell him how
I
to work his
believe that
job.
your apprentice would not be able to hit the billows fast enough to ever bring it to the requisite heat.
Stop
for
attacking children.
He is not a child by your
So-
The apprentice
definition.
is
Uh,
out of character.
The blacksmith just goes back to like making, mundane
Getting really
items.
And pretty
I don't
much
like
like I just jerk the fuck out of his billows at such an
you've been
incredible
finding
rate that
really
it starts an incredible conflagration, and then I steal some oil and leave.
Wow.
I pay the man for like I give him like 2 gold because
Yeah,
of
like
my
he
friend
brought out
stealing
like
his shit.
two goat skins of
The same
a
thing.
flask of mineral spirits and a mineral oil.
2 gold. If he got burnt,
It's
lay
just
on
add
hands.
gold for both. Total.
Did he
Add
get
gold.
burnt? I'll lay on hands.
Oh no, he's fine. He's fine.
Okay.
Like he's like, buddy, it's just a little too hot. I'm just making iron boss.
Alright, wait, so you're giving him a gold, so I'll also give
the
him a gold.
metallurgical
I'm not making
properties
steel.
of ferrous oxide. What are you making?
Literal iron bars to be repurposed later.
I do not understand. If you understand the worth of your own time, I believe it to be worthless.
Let's go, Gearon. Come on.
Okay, we usher him out again.
This nutless one out of here.
One more time.
I'm so
Can
mad.
we get out of town or something?
God.
Gearon, we talked about this, man.
How about
Come
that
on.
whiskey? Let's just have some oil and whiskey. Come on. We're good.
But we want to find that black market dealer, right?
Yeah, I have actually been looking for a really shady person in town.
Yeah, I'm
Maybe
the
they
only
have.
one here who knows him properly.
I should have been asking you. I asked this guy.
Yeah,
He goes,
you're
"That's a
fucking
girl."
But we
You don't want him to know.
No,
who-
I really fucking don't.
Hey, I can pay hush money.
No, not you. I don't want him to know either. Or
Yeah.
him.
No, I need to
You're
know.
fine.
Someone needs to keep this guy busy.
That's why I said leave him where he is.
Alright,
Leave these
so-
people
That's my tar stand.
So that
Make-
you didn't
make
have to
a-
do with me
make
insulting
another,
strangers.
general persuasion check. You're kind
I'm
of.
just talking to
soup,
people
but
to
it
find the
wasn't worth
names.
it.
Yeah, that's my jam. Oh yeah, I got a 22.
Ooh.
22.
Oh, plus persuasion, 26.
You actually
Spawned
find like
enough
a young
oxen
acolyte
to last
of
you a while.
Bahamut, so a
eating all
young
day.
black dragonborn, like young man,
Okay.
and he actually offers to just take you guys to the temple of Bahamut.
To meet the guy, right?
No, just to like, he's looking for a temple.
Yeah, but we were looking for.
Okay, no, that'll be fine.
Okay.
Let's go to the temple.
You guys hear
Yeah.
that when you
And
talk
so-
And I put my arm around this guy. I'm like, so have you heard of Jesus?
And he kind of like scoops your arm off his shoulder and
I
like.
resist.
Oh my god.
Don't be a Gearon.
Come on, man.
Alright.
Let's see how he
And
takes
I like
that.
pull out my book, you know. My holy
Where did I
book.
put that D20? There we
He's
go.
a dedicated Bahamut.
I start reading the book of Job.
He's really off put by that and like starts running away.
Oh no.
Damn you!
I'm sorry.
No, you just stay behind. I'm just gonna dart after him, I guess. Like, I'm not a part of them.
Well, I followed him, so.
Wait, please, you running away.
Oh my god.
I need
No.
to. Okay,
Please don't
fine.
talk, Gearon.
What do I have to roll?
Alright, freeze. Alright, so now we've got Tar who stayed back at the bar, who had a couple more shots and got 3 rooms intending for everybody to stay here at the bar, and Roslyn, who just got off the phone with Zadaban. Brony, is there anything that you want to do?
I'm going with her.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're still,
So
Now
you
we
guys
got 3
you
psychos
literally have
chasing
nothing
us.
to do
No, I
except
got
go
you.
shopping
You're not
and,
psycho.
you know, like stay here at the end.
He doesn't know that.
so, because Ronnie's with me, I'ma just say fuck you to Tar and walk out. Because you're still talking, I'm trying to talk.
I'm laughing.
Yeah, which is annoying.
Bar shenanigans, yeah.
We're gonna leave out the tavern door, and I want to make a perception check to the first person I see. Or not perception,
Persuasion?
investigation check would it be if I was
What
trying to
are you
find
looking?
books?
You tell me what you want to do. I'll tell you what it is.
I did magic books. I want to find magic books.
Okay, so you want to go shopping. So you want to. So first, you're gonna make a perception check to see if there's anybody outside, and then you're going to make like a persuasion check or some sort of
20.
charisma check to 20. Of course it is. And
Just ignore me, I'm fine.
so yeah, you immediately like you see like a young black
I get it.
dragonborn,
Another 20.
kind of in a tunic, and you just kind of like grab him by the shoulder and say, "Hey, sorry, I'm looking for a bookstore." And with your 20 charisma check, they're not off-put. They're a little startled because you're like green, but they're like, "Oh, sorry, ma'am. Yeah, my mom told me not to be running by open doors and stuff because I might knock somebody over." Anyway, yeah, there's a bookstore, and if you got a couple coppers, I'll just take you there.
I give him a gold. A singular gold.
Like cartoon big eyes, like bug out of the head. Like wow. Yeah, and like if you need anything else, just let me know, and I'll show you around. Like I could be your personal guide to the city. I could I could take you to meet my mom, or anything. Like I'll show you around. Like I'll be your personal guide.
I'm not have to be babysitting.
Should we make him our personal book?
So you just call on me, and you can call me Tim Tim.
Guys, I'm
Sorry.
pretty drunk.
Sorry, we're all over talking.
Hiccuping like fucking Alouette here. And fucking, hey, he can stop laughing. You guys should shut up for once.
So you met a nice new man, right? Yeah, right. So someone who really wants
No,
to show you around.
we got a guide, a kid. It's not a Mexican, it's a dragonborn, you guys.
What's the difference?
I don't understand. I know where you sleep at night.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
Fucking guy.
Does the guy I talked to escape? Can I just find a dragonborn female?
Sorry.
How bad do you want to chase after him?
Well,
No, it's gone. Like
Okay.
there's no persuading him after this.
a little off put when a giant armored man puts his arm over your shoulder and you push it
won't let
off,
go.
Literally.
and then he like won't
Are
let
you
go.
5? Are you 5?
Stop being a dick. This is my stack. Don't knock it over.
Are you the Space Marine figure?
Oh, yeah, I'm the space
Yeah.
marine.
Awesome.
Yeah, he's the Stormcast Eternal.
Yeah, it shows. So,
That one's a little more
He's
bouncy
the
'cause I got
Land Marine, thank
Stop
you.
it. Trying to help him out
let me
here.
see these two.
My homie. My homie.
Okay.
Ah, don't. Jeez. He is a large figure now. Is he actually a 2x2?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's actually large.
Awesome.
I gave him a helmet of
A big head. Yeah.
He's it's like the
Bobblehead.
The proper name
I can
is the
see how
helm of
me
Big
putting
Meat.
my arm around someone might be a little intimidating. However, I felt like I did it in a friendly, inviting way.
Clearly, just like Michael Jackson is friendly inviting young boys into his bed.
Never to be alone with you. Got it.
He did not molest
You
them.
know what we're getting? Me too.
So I shake my head and I put my boot up his ass.
My ass?
Yeah, your ass.
Well,
do
it's
you
like
wanna make an
steel
attack roll?
plate.
Yeah, attack.
Wait,
Yep, do it.
weren't we on the other side of the group's adventure right now?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you guys
but
aren't with us.
no, us three are together.
Yeah,
But he
well,
just
wait,
scared away
let them have
the
their
guy who
adventure
tried to
for a
tell me
second.
Oh,
Apparently not.
I
sorry.
agree.
All right.
Correct.
Oh no,
So
you guys go straight
so
ahead.
Tim
we're good.
Tim is the name of your guide.
Fine.
Tim Tim.
Yep.
Okay.
Tim.
Little
Okay.
Tim Tim.
I'm not
Wake
fine.
up, Tim. What if there's a monster?
Minotata.
Safety dodge.
I'll wait.
Talk to Tim
I'll
now.
wait for the bit. Yeah. I'll wait.
It's all you guys. I'm stopping.
Sorry.
So you wanted to go to the bookstore,
Yeah.
and you can follow him to the bookstore.
Why?
There's no rule
Follow
required.
him.
He takes you to a bookstore, and you open the door, and the door swings, and it hits a little bell, and it goes. Ding.
Nice.
And
So-
behind the counter, you see, like a short, glasses wearing, human, kind of like a reddish brown hair,
I'm gonna start throwing donuts at people in a minute.
like
Yeah, I know, me
a
too.
reddish
Dustin.
brown skin, brown eyes, really heavy mustache, and like Coke bottle glasses. And may I help you?
This is the trick.
I refrain from laughing a little bit, and I'm gonna.
Pressure.
Make a Constitution check, just because you said you refrained from laughing.
19.
Okay.
Can you just stop? I'm gonna go up to him and I'm gonna ask him or say, "Hi, good day. Do you have any magic books per chance?"
Oh yes, I help you. You need a magic book. What kind of book do you need of magic?
Just any general magic. Stop.
You want like magic for dummies, magic for beginners, magic
For dummies. For dummies.
magic for dummies. Okay, so that will cost you 1 gold, 5 silver, and you read the book, and you learn 1 to 2 cantrips and maybe 1 level spell. But it take you very long time to read, and it's like you're looking at multi-class in the
Yeah.
future. Okay.
You know what I want to
Yeah.
know.
But anyway, you read the book, and next time you level up,
Stop.
you know the magic.
You're not 5. Quit it. Thank you. And I give him the gold.
So what kind of magic are you into? You want to play the magic, or you want to do the magic, or do you want
He did it himself.
to? You sure did.
Sorry.
But what the kind of magic you want to learn to do? You want to sing the magic, or the spell the magic,
I don't
or
want to
the
spell the magic, but
you want to make the magic?
whatever this thing was.
So like the wizards do.
Kinda, yeah.
Okay. Because the bard make the magic too. He used the sword and he played the guitar.
Then maybe I should take Bard, because I.
So what's your charisma like versus your intelligence?
2 and 1.
Which one is 1?
Intelligence and charisma is 2.
Charisma is 2. You might want to do the bard because you got the pretty smile. You sing a song and people do what you say.
All right, we'll go with the bard.
So anyway, you buy a book on how to multi-class. That's the meta. we got through that.
Thank you.
Very
That's all I
technical
want
guy.
to fucking do.
Hey, you come,
Shut up for 1 minute.
you come back to Papa Jean's bookstore. He show you how to take care of things. You know, the Papa Jean's.
I tip him another gold and say thank you and walk out.
Oh yes, tell your friends about Papa Jean's magic books. He teach you in if you got a friend who like pump the weights,
His name
you
is
pump the
definitely
weights.
John.
It's John.
No, it's Jean.
Yeah, it's
Jean.
French.
I thought it was
It's
Quan.
John.
It's Jean.
It's Arab.
English is my second language. Fuck you.
You're not there. You're not there.
You mean
Kaka.
comment? Yeah.
Get out of my
gold
store. I piss on
Take
you.
out the robot.
John.
Okay, we're not even here. I don't know what we're
No,
laughing.
you're not.
Besides, Papa Jean is just short for Papa Jean.
So, can I put my boot up his ass yet?
You're not there.
Well, let's
Not
see if there's
there.
anything else.
Not him.
Oh, okay.
Anything? Did you stay at the bar? You're just drinking away your sorrows because your friends are retarded. Brawny, you accompanied her. You guys have a guide. Is there anything else you guys want to do before he puts a boot up his ass?
Is there any cool places that you like to look at or go to?
Oh, so I mean, when I'm not like climbing up on roofs and stealing loaves of bread and flying my magic carpet with my monkey Abu. I like to go out to the Oasis and sometimes I walk barefoot around the Oasis and
No, but like, is there like a cool spot to go to?
like I said, sometimes I go from roof to roof and watch the sunset on my flying carpet with my monkey.
Can I see your carpet?
It was carport.
This carpet.
Yeah, my magic carpet is it's like you see he's got like looks like a backpack and like a really plain looking brown roll, like you're assuming it was like a bedroll, like maybe he's like a street rat.
Does it say Cadillac on it?
It does not.
Full of my clocks.
Yeah, it's like he rolls it out and it looks a lot like a oversized bath rug, but it's not a bath rug. Like it's that size,
Yeah.
and then like you've seen a Persian carpet before, but this one's actually a little more plain. It's like kind of beige, and then like the fractal, I think they're called mandalas, that they kind of weave into them. It's a little more plain, so it's like a beige tan rug, and then it just has like whites and browns and darker browns as the kind of fractal pattern that is on it, centering in like kind of a circle and then triangles and other decorative knots and whatnot.
Bless.
Where'd you get that?
Oh, this is a rare family heirloom. They do exist and they can be made if you know an enchanter and you know how to make the enchantment. Sometimes they're called like carpets of flying, or flying carpets, magic carpets.
Is there an enchanter in this city?
It's a rare ability. I mean, like I said, this is a family heirloom. Frankly, my mom knows. She doesn't know I have it.
Oh, I won't tell her.
But it makes getting around, and like the girl dragons, they think I'm the coolest. And his voice kind of squeaks.
And I give him another gold. Take one of them out to dinner sometime.
With this I could probably buy like her dowry.
That's fine. Save up. And at this rate, I asked him to take us back to the tavern for the night.
Yeah, there's not enough room on my carpet, so we're gonna have to walk still.
That's
This is like kind of a personal.
That's totally fine. I just wanted to see it.
Not a big roller.
Um,
Carpet roller.
You guys aren't there.
And so yeah, he shows you the way back, and so
You're not
now
there.
you know a couple of locations. You know, so you know where the curry place is, and you know where the bookshop is, and so yeah, you know. Oh, and you also know where the meeting hall is, which is actually a large tent outside
Which
the
I'm
city.
not going to tell Gearon or anyone else, except for the
I
people
mean, it's
who
like
are
super
there.
obvious, but
It's not. It's just a pebble.
it's the biggest tent.
Oh, well.
That's how we found it last time.
Yeah, and you might stay with Gearon too.
I'm in the
And then you might not go tomorrow, so.
All right, you would like to place a boot up his ass.
Yeah. So.
I believe you need like a 23 AC.
What?
Yeah.
Wait. So I can't be surprised, and
He doesn't
so
want
I
to kick
get
you. He wants to
roll-
kick him.
Yes, okay. I
Can you
can't
help
be
me with this?
surprised.
Yeah.
So I got initiative. Let's roll initiative for this.
What?
You guys are
What's
the
about to
What are
go
you
down?
gonna do?
I can do a lot of things.
Can I surprise him though? Does that help?
You can't surprise Gearon.
Yeah.
No.
Cannot be
him.
surprised.
So you-
yeah.
Somebody threw
So
water
you
on
have to
Gearon.
roll initiative if I'm there. That's what I'm
That'd be great.
saying.
Fine. Let's roll initiative.
Put a magnet on his
Wow,
fucking
I
head.
actually got 14.
I got 6.
I got
Yeah, that
9.
was me. You were
So,
there
yeah,
for me.
you're up.
So do I get my surprise off or not?
Okay, wait, who what?
I have highest initiative.
Highest
For
initiative
first.
of.
Yeah, I got
Somebody
the
did
14.
14, 9, and then twice.
6. Yeah. Not too great.
Good luck dying, guys.
What?
I'm just gonna hit him really hard in the ass
Just
for
gonna kick him
scaring
in
him.
the ass.
Okay, and yeah, you
It's just a
told him you're gonna
attack.
kick
Yeah, in
kick
a
him in the
city.
ass, and now you may kick him in the ass. So
Yeah.
roll a melee attack roll.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do I get advantage for surprise or?
It's not a surprise
Okay.
because I believe you telegraphed it by saying I'm going to kick you in the ass.
Okay. Fine. So
You needed
23.
23.
23 is
I
his
can roll
AC.
18.
Yeah.
Just got a second.
Good luck.
He's our power cleric.
War cleric.
Yeah.
I see extra attack here. You can roll twice.
So you get multiple attacks. You get
Uh-huh.
I think you get like 3 attacks, or is it just 2?
I think it's just 1 or 2. 2 attacks.
Okay.
2.
I believe if you take the attack action on your turn, you may use your bonus action as an additional attack, and then you get extra attacks. So that's 3 attacks.
Okay. Well, let's just.
If you choose. Well, let's start with 1.
All right. Let's start
Roll
with
a d20.
18.
18 natural
No.
Yeah.
plus all
Oh.
your shit.
Yeah.
So that gives you 23.
Uh-huh.
You can kick him in
I
the
think,
ass. So
I think there's a lie there.
so what is
You're
your,
such a
what is your
shithead. That's
strength
a
modifier?
17.
Well, my strength is 5.
What?
Your strength modifier is 5.
Five, yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
totally
it's
fine.
22.
So,
22.
He had, a
He's
plus,
22. He's lying.
he had a plus 9 to whatever he
He also
rolled.
rolled
Oh,
with
yeah.
17.
Thank you.
So you didn't
17,
need
so
an 18.
No, I
26. Yeah.
okay, so what it is
You
is
needed a fucking
every point of your
You
strength
fucking
modifier,
failed, guys.
and then because you're not like proficient in unarmed
Seen his
combat,
face
it's
go.
1
Oh, we
advantage.
forgot to level
So
you up
that's
to
6.
12. I'm sorry.
Oh, we're 12 now?
Yeah.
Okay, well, in a minute. Freaking
Yeah,
hell.
whatever. You do your thing.
What were you saying? I thought I got to roll a
8 o'clock, we
d6
can
for
do it now.
damage.
So are you skilled in unarmed combat? Do you roll a d6? That's what I'm asking. Because usually it's just 1 plus whatever your strength modifier is.
Oh, seriously?
Seriously?
Oh, okay. I just didn't know.
It's
No.
automatically 6 damage on the plus side.
I don't think I am, but can I
Just ones that work.
give him a little bit of
So take 6 damage.
Wait, I'm gonna
to your
divine
butt.
You're
smite on
kicking
top of that.
plate mail into plate
So
mail.
can you dump that into an unarmed attack?
It's just on a successful melee attack.
Yeah, fuck it.
My kick
Section
has
healing
divine
words,
smites.
Kick him in the ass.
My kick has smites, so
He's-
I'm
I
gonna
don't
use
know. I
it.
was gonna accept this, but now I'm rethinking how I'm gonna accept
Can
this
you-
I
because
really
it
want you to think about it.
I was gonna be like, oh, okay, I deserve that, but now it's like, dude, what the fuck?
The same deity.
No.
Yes.
Yes, I
you can.
What? How?
Okay.
Because I'm just, there is no.
But
He's not that divine.
Yeah, but the thing is,
I'm gonna use a level 2.
fair.
Don't make me use level 3.
What?
Freaking, I'm gonna use level 2 divine smite on top of that. So you take
Don't make me.
10, 14, 17 damage.
what the
Plus
fuck?
three.
In a boot. Yeah.
What kind of damage?
In the boot. Roll that D4.
Alright.
Holy bludgeoning.
Roll that D4 for
Bludgeoning,
your
so I
boot.
take
Holy
minus.
bludgeoning.
No, it's just a 1 plus my strength.
Alright, so he just
Because
dealt
it was
how much?
17.
17 minus 3, so that's 14? What's 14 minus 82? I
Do
can't.
the math.
Well,
No, I can't. I don't know how
82
to-
minus
You have
14.
82 health.
Yes,
So first you gotta-
68.
72, 68.
thank you.
I agree.
Is it my turn now?
Should really think about what you
It
do
is now
to
Gearon's
people
turn.
I'm trying to talk with.
Initiative 9.
Well, if you didn't hit me so hard, maybe you wouldn't be getting what it's about to be coming towards
Yeah?
Uh,
Yeah, you feeling
make
like
a
hot shit?
Constitution saving throw, DC 19.
Ouch.
For what?
'Cause you said
Constitution
so.
saving throw, make it.
Just do it.
For dispel magic?
Doesn't matter.
What? I think I got at least
11 plus
15.
4 plus 4, you made it.
19.
Never mind. No, does nothing.
4.
Yeah, so I'm
Gearon
gonna go
kinda
ahead.
farts.
So, I hit you on the shoulder. I touch you on the shoulder, and you look at me, and I just
Did I hit
kind
him
of
too
take
hard?
my hand off. I'm like, maybe you hit him hard enough that I couldn't make you small enough for him to throw. So, perhaps this combat should come to a resolution in the form of
Is that 6?
A lesson learned. Okay? That's just one boot. Don't make me put the second up there.
Job, it's your turn.
After just getting my ass literally beat,
Kicked. Yeah.
kicked, I assume I was facing away from him, right? If he kicked me in the ass.
He
So,
kind of came around. You guys were talking, and then he's like, I'm gonna kick you in the ass, and he like sidesteps and kicks you in the ass.
Yeah, like
Must have been a
quick
real sidestep.
so I say, alright, are we doing this? And I just hit him with my hammer.
I've got a shield always handy.
I mean,
I'll
Go
knock
for
you
it.
back 15 feet.
roll a hit.
21.
That
Shield is
dude-
as tall as
I
you.
feel like that's a minor. I could have done worse.
I hit you pretty hard. I don't blame you.
He didn't use all
Oh,
three of his
wait.
attacks.
No.
On the plus
Yeah,
side.
he's
wait.
level 2.
Yeah, and I'm not using any spells.
Wait.
Joe has advantage.
As
Why?
a reaction,
'Cause he's
Fink is
large.
going to give you disadvantage.
What?
Yeah.
As a reaction, Fink gives you
Didn't he already
disadvantage.
end his turn?
I'm medium, don't I have
Yeah.
a...
That's my reaction.
It's
You're giving me disadvantage?
Yes,
With his
so it's a
reaction.
normal roll.
Why didn't you give him disadvantage?
Hey, you don't know that.
because I forgot about it.
And he
in
also
all
didn't
honesty.
Doesn't he have
know that.
advantage for being McLarge huge?
No, that's on
I'm hard to
strength
hit.
checks,
Oh.
not on the hits.
You're right.
Yes.
It's a
Strength
different
checks and
category.
saving throws.
So 2d6 take the lowest. Or you could end your combat.
Or can I just,
Roll to hit.
Say sorry.
Yeah, I'm rolling to hit.
Roll to hit.
I'd say sorry if you didn't hit me so hard, dude. You really beat the shit out of my ass.
Well,
It
if you say
hurts,
sorry, maybe I'll
alright?
heal you. But go
You
ahead,
just
swing at me.
broke my,
Swing at
asshole.
me. See what
Maybe
happens.
next time he'll lose it.
Yeah, at least put. Oh my god.
Oh, that's bad.
I
Wait
missed.
for. You have several attacks possibly, and a bonus action to cast spiritual weapon if you're into that.
Just gonna throw a flurry. Just
Or
call
you can
good.
say you're sorry,
Just call good. Say sorry.
and he'll heal you.
I'm gonna
I'm
say.
pleading
I'm
on
gonna
behalf of the white
say.
dragon that
Next
don't
one
remember
won't
what
miss,
started this.
But never kick me in the
Yeah,
ass again, or it's gonna get really real.
That's
Just-
fantastic.
Just, you know what? How about this?
Cause you gotta have friends.
I can't promise the ass kicking,
I know?
but
Yeah.
just let me finish my.
I would have taken the ass kicking, but you really hit me hard.
Just try not to be
You
so
kicked it
awkward, and
really
we'll be all right.
hard.
And then I'll
I-
offer a handshake.
I'm not used
I
to
do
being
not
10 feet tall. I'm
understand.
sorry.
What
I
started
need you to do something for me.
This conflict. You both worship a divine being that has literal intercourse with birds.
Don't talk about intercourse. That's
How?
simple.
I hit
Let's-
Gearon. Like,
look,
what? You
no,
just
no,
disrespected my guy.
Look, we're good.
No
You're still
bird
getting used to your height.
intercourse.
Let's shake hands and give a quick bro hug. All right.
I give him a bro fist.
All right. And that fist heals you 15
Your
points.
guys' gauntleted hands touch.
I have seen
Similar to the way-
this
You get
with
15
my
points.
own
Now you're
two
minus
eyes.
2. Okay.
Insert a phallus into a hawk.
Thank you for sharing.
So I got a 16 investigation, and I feel like perhaps You could lend a charisma check and you could lend a wisdom check,
Sure.
perception, and
I
fucking
got 27.
persuasion.
Okay, so he easily identifies, like through the bunch of footprints, because it's kind of a bustling area, because you're not too far away from a blacksmith shop. He identifies small boyish footprints. You investigate to follow them, and with your charisma, what was your charisma?
14.
14. With your charisma, you easily get directions the rest of the way to the Temple of Bahamut. And people recognize you as men of the cloth, and they don't necessarily recognize symbols of Jesus, so they're like, oh, maybe they're going to pay homage, so they have no problem directing you to.
Yeah. Well, that's what
I'm
we're here for.
gonna walk up to one of the clergymen.
Right?
Hello.
So yeah, you get there, and
The animated
Um,
version. Just
good day to you, sir, and the blessings of Bahamut be upon you.
Blessings indeed. I believe that you and these two could have a conversation, given that your deity and their deity have mated to create the clock.
We're looking for. No, it's not. We're looking for a black dragonborn. Are there too many of those?
There are many dragonborn here in the city. There are even dragonborn here at the temple. I am just a humble human, but I have worshipped Bahamut and his blessings and his mercy that he rains down upon us from above all of my life.
Do you know of any sacred objects that we could procure to
I give
aid
him
us in our
gold for
travels?
his devoutness.
I am just a humble monk here at the Temple of Bahamut. Perhaps you would like to speak to one of our high clerics, or perhaps,
Yes, a high cleric would do well.
I would enjoy speaking to a high cleric of Bahamut.
Same.
okay, just stay right here and maybe talk to some of the acolytes. Speaking of which, are you all here in company with this one? I recognize him as an acolyte, and it is my duty as an acolyte of Bahamut, a lawful good deity, to offer him and his company some hospitality.
Yes, we are as a group.
Yes, they are. Indeed.
We are,
I am
in
afraid
fact,
that we do not
in
have individual
company.
chambers for you, but we do have space in the monastery. So there are bunk beds. The huge one will sleep on the floor. You can sleep on the bottom bunk. You can sleep on the top.
You want me to
Actually,
climb to the
just
top?
We have a ladder for your stubby legs, because I am not very tall myself at only 5'2".
I can't
Some
complain.
people say
I can
I'm
put you
actually
up there.
taller than Joe Rogan, but it is proven that we are the same height.
Okay, I can agree
believe
to
that
these.
there are very few circumstances where I should be horizontal. I will stand.
Well, the bunk's
You
not
may
gonna
do
fit
as you
him.
please, but I offer you this small bunk, because if you up on the top and it wiggle, you come and a kaboom.
Have
Okay.
you heard of the invention of the clock?
I am familiar with the clock, but we use the sundial because the sun comes up every day and go down every night, just like Bahamut rise, and he save us all and then he go down.
Amen.
Which is why Bahamut and Jesus made the fornications in the realm
There is
of
no
celestial-
fornication.
Stop
among
saying
mankind.
Stop saying that.
in order to give birth to what is known by my people as the clock.
Okay. Okay. Just don't talk about it. I don't care if it happened. Don't talk about it.
Blasphemer.
Freaking. Yes,
You worship Primus, which could be like some little, what do they call it? A mechanical lice. A mechanical lice could eventually end up being your deity if the succession of powers were to be such a way.
Somebody's gonna
I
die.
would inherit the power of Primus long before a might.
And somebody could smash you, and then the might becomes your god. You worship your own butthole. Fuck you.
I like this guy.
That is
I give him a high five.
that is
Human high
funny
five.
coming from a being
He
created
reaches up
of
and jumps to like touch your
hydrocarbons.
like down stretched arm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll make a huge donation to this church if you bring me your high priest. So
You just did right there, like I said, you talk to
I
the acolytes,
assume
I go
that
get
your
you some fresh
diet
bedding.
is
Thank you.
only
And, do you need anybody to help you get in and out of
23.8%
your armor?
oils.
We have squires and we have people to carry the animals. You have horses, donkeys.
thank you. I think we're
All
okay.
of these
Appreciate
things have blood. Including
I'm so
you.
thankful that my accent, like it makes a ring into my ears. I do not hear the robot man when I be talking. He is just so annoying. I kind of want to like you open up his mouth, you pour the sand inside, and he.
Yeah. We've been
And then
trying
you
to get
stop
him to shut
talking,
up.
it's like-
Things come from between your legs in a liquid form.
Yeah.
I go get you the high priest. Maybe
Thank
he cast the
you.
Wouldn't
demons
that
out
be
the
the
Thank
robot.
you.
You hear that
Ear
tinnitus?
No, I'm not there, but like, don't you pee out oil?
Alright, and oh, by the way, my name is Bob. I will be your
Diarrhea.
Do you bubble?
But yeah, like,
No.
do you have oil? That's liquid.
I don't even need
maybe
that.
maybe
I guess
the common word, because English
Oils
or
just,
common
you
word
know.
is my second tongue. I speak Farsi.
Farsi, hey, just you can be our babushkas, whatever it takes. We can.
I'm trying.
Make somebody fart in that hole.
But yeah,
Alright.
we'll just
Has that been 6 seconds?
we probably won't mingle until the high priest shows up. Just to,
So
Avoid
and yeah,
any
so
conflict.
Bob the concierge of
Still whole?
the Temple of Bahamut Hostel and Grill. I'm just kidding. But yeah, there's some acolytes show you to like a
Is
large
also a smoke shop.
Bob the concierge or the acolyte to Bahamut returns with a black dragonborn priest with robes and a staff and a fairly serene looking like there's a piece about this dragonborn. Androgynous at first, you're not sure about this dragonborn's gender because, robes obscuring, and then, dragons don't have tits.
rather skinny.
Just not super yoked or anything. A priest of the cloth of some sort.
It's not a word.
Alright.
I can only assume that you have scales and not gears.
Yes, very observant.
This is true, my child, and what can I do for you?
Have you heard the story about the clock?
Just don't talk.
In fact, I have.
Just don't.
It was brought about through divine inspiration.
That
And I
is
thank you for your knowledge
one
on
way
the
to
subject.
put it.
Well, if you had fluid between your legs,
This is where we
you would understand.
Burn.
Thank you for seeing us, High Priest. We seek lodging
He's not
and
computing
information
Of
on
course, I'm
the
sure
holy-
the acolytes already showed you to the dormitory.
Yes.
Is there anything else that you need?
We need protection for our travels, and I'd be willing to make a hefty donation to the church for it to grow for Bahamut.
I understand. Are you saying you wish to purchase holy relics, or
Purchasing of holy
Oh, well.
relics.
as a temple and monastery, we're more in the acquisitions than we are the sale of holy relics.
I
Well-
do believe that you have not heard of
Just-
the amounts in his coin purse.
And that is undescript freaking. I would spread the name of Bahamut as a pilgrim and paladin if you were to offer me a holy relic as a trade for your growth of a church.
Are you not already a paladin to
Jesus? No. Sorry. I am just a humble dwarven paladin representing family, but I could procure the Bahamut religion if you give me a holy book and item.
I need you to make persuasion or deception, whichever you're using. You don't have to tell me.
Persuasion.
Okay. So you're telling the
yeah.
truth.
So I got another 24.
Wow. He's only going to roll to resist because he's curious about your turncoat type motives. He's not sure about where your faith really lies. And He is convinced.
It's really cool.
I'm a natural paladin from the Dwarven Hilltops.
I find your argument persuasive, but unfortunately we still do not have any holy relics, but we could baptize you in the name of Bahamut and you could spread his word, and should you come across any holy relics or a holy symbol and he bless you with additional powers, if you return to us with said relic, we would anoint you here again at the temple and bless you with the possession of that relic.
Then why don't we? It's all about a show of faith. So,
Or I could bless you in the name of Primus.
no thanks. How about,
Courteous.
so, in my,
Your god gives it up
I
for
offer
less than 5,000 gold.
my loyalty to Bahamut. As part of my scroll pedigree now, I'm a paladin of Bahamut.
You guys aren't sharing a deity anymore.
No, sorry, it was
What
more of
just
a fling. So,
Wow.
You switched to Bahamut?
yeah,
you did.
That man.
just now.
A
tear
tear
got
comes down from
converted,
my eye.
dude.
I just converted to the almighty
With,
Bahamut.
with no persuasion, he actually persuaded the priest to allow him to.
He persuaded himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
doesn't mean I'm gonna actually bring the peace.
So you're still a lawful good paladin. You still serve a lawful good deity.
Bahamut's good, right?
Oh yeah, lawful good.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
He has.
It's a metallic dragon deity.
He's a platinum
Base.
dragon deity. He was
Yeah, the
instrumental.
Platinum Dragon.
He was instrumental in the slaying of Tiamat, and
Oh,
a little plus. You already have really great charisma. As a representative of Bahamut, you will also have like influence with lawful good, particularly metallic dragonborns.
Beautiful.
Is that devil's harvest?
Okay,
No.
so
So
yeah.
people who are familiar with and or worship Bahamut are going to be super friendly to you, and metallic dragons will be.
Who's talking
From-
about
Yeah, I'm
that?
talking about that.
Which I suppose metallic kobolds
Oh.
exist in the
I'm
universe, but they're not really talked about.
You gotta be really
Well,
drunk.
because kobolds are
And you're
dragons.
like,
Yeah, you really
dragon?
have to
I'm
interact
like,
with
what?
me.
They're dragons
Two
with
Germans,
rat
I take it
tails.
literally.
Deutschland.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like to take things literal anyways.
Yeah, sorry.
Very literal.
I took it super literal right there.
Do I take part of the ceremony.
Okay, so they actually tell you to come back, or rather, they wake you in the morning. So if there's anything you want to do between now, which it's getting about 8 o'clock, and bedtime, that's cool because they're gonna wake you in the morning with a fun hazing ritual that I'm gonna make up as I go.
Okay, fine. I just meditate.
Okay.
I
So
wonder if you two could build me a clock.
Are you saying we should have intercourse?
Yeah, I wouldn't know the first thing about that.
Whatever you meet things do in order to build
so-
machinery.
No,
Uh,
Gearon, I think for my survival,
roll a
I need you to
concentration
build
check.
me a clock.
Isn't he a
Concentration
clock?
is,
so it's
uh,
Constitution.
I
it's a
suppose that
Constitution
I
saving
could
throw,
build
actually.
you a clock.
It's necessary for my survival. And
For
you're
your
bound to
survival?
protect me, right?
so 17.
Yeah.
How
17?
is it necessary
Um,
for your survival?
Because if I can't tell time, I don't know when I should
You
be
take
praying.
no hit points
And if I don't know
damage.
when I should be praying, I'll lose
You
favor
feel
of my deity. And
through
if I
your
lose favor of my
meditation,
deity, I might as well be dead.
The power of Jesus pull away from you.
He's right.
You feel cold
Yeah,
and
right.
alone.
Out of character.
All those mental
Your
illnesses and
deity is of
suicidality,
little matter.
racism,
in the cosmic
sexism,
sense.
homophobia.
Fade
Watch
away.
your
All
tongue,
that stuff
Gearon.
comes back
Watch
to
your
you.
tongue,
Oh.
your heresy.
Is
What as a
is-
representative of Jesus,
What
you know
would
that
I
all that shit
need
is just
with a
hate
tongue?
and judgment.
Watch your gears,
which
Gearon.
you judge, but
Your
you judge
heresy
with love,
is
so you
approaching
judge
a
without
level.
hate, when, as
Have
you're
I
representative
ever
of
told
Jesus,
you
but you feel
about
the power
the
of
Gear
Jesus pull away,
Wars?
and you become just like your fucking
It
mama.
really was
now I'm
never
godless.
about
You are
the
godless,
gears.
and you know you feel like
Like,
you want to fucking
spare
die,
me.
have a guy fuck you.
Oh man.
You know, like
How
you
much
feel
do you
like,
know about the
angry
Gear
woman
Wars?
inside.
I know,
You hate
I
your
know all
father.
about the Gear Wars.
Just
Actually,
like
probably
your
more
mom.
than you.
Yeah, total
so why don't you
resentment,
make
all
me
my
a
old feelings
clock
come
out of
back.
the spirit of the
And so
Gear
now I'm
Wars?
just a empty shell.
You are
For
depressed. You are depressed and horny. and 11.
Yeah.
Awesome. So
I need a clock to tell me when
after
to
that
eat.
meditation,
I
I guess
thought
I
we
take
were
a couple
playing
shots.
fantasy.
For survival.
You're totally fine.
Yeah.
I don't think you heard
So I
me.
take my shots and grieve until the next morning when I accept.
You go back to sleep. So you guys notice that Red
Bad mood.
kind of sobs himself to sleep after drinking himself to sleep, practically.
I just watch him.
So you wake up in the morning, you godless heathen with morning wood, and you start wanting to, and a bunch of dwarves and other people
Envy. I'm
come
watching
in
him.
and like
Still.
splash you with cold water,
We're
and
the slugs.
pull you out in your scabies. So there's a couple of dwarves that they just kind of grabbed like randomly. They're like, hey, you want to hit a dwarf? And
Weird.
Okay.
Growing.
and then some
Dwarven
acolytes
sluts.
of Bahamut, and you recognize them by their white tunics. And there's a couple of dragonborn, black dragonborn specifically, and then the high priest is there, full regalia.
What's the meaning of this?
The high priest says, "We are going to baptize you and purify you of all unrighteousness, and we're going to anoint you in the name of Bahamut. We're going to present you with a small holy symbol and send you on your way, baptized as a paladin of Bahamut."
Well, that's just fine. I could have done with a shake-up.
Well, it's just kind of a tradition.
That's alright, I understand.
None of these guys got baptized this way because they're acolytes, but if they wanted to become paladins, they would, paladin can take a splash of cold water and a little spanking, right?
That's an average night for a dwarf.
And
Or morning.
they take you out in your skivvies, sopping wet, to a courtyard, and they spin you around in circles.
No armor, nothing.
Yeah,
I
nothing.
made it on the chest.
They spin you around in circles and get you dizzy, and like they have you do like pin the tail on the Bahamut, and you gotta like get like this long silver dragon tail and like put it on the dragon.
Can I
just
roll a
right.
constitution check? Just
So for that one, I'm gonna have you do a dexterity check.
Oh, alright. Yeah, this is what I got. A 10.
And it's a pretty average, child's birthday party game, and you perform it at a pretty average. Yep, I did it.
Yeah, I hit one of the cheeks.
It is a wonder that anything of such power would ever bestow you any sort of power.
What kind of dragon is without a tail?
You are a dwarf.
I love it, yeah.
Wow. And the next task is actually just as easy, but still quite fun as well. And they have a 5-headed pinata, and it's got the 5 chromatic dragon colors on it. And they give you a wooden sword, and one acolyte is like bobbing the Tiamat up and down, and then they blindfold you and say, "All right, go get him, tiger." And you go out there and
With my gigantic size, can I just hold the pinata up so he can't actually hit it? Like, just really fuck with them?
No, you're not
I'm
part
gonna
of
let
the-
him roll attack rolls, and he might hit you. It's just
Yes.
a wooden sword.
But like, I'm like 10 feet away, he couldn't hit me.
He's how tall is
Slap
he? And
your
he's
hand.
got
He doesn't
reach.
have reach.
He's got whatever his reach is above his head.
It's versatile. I got 2 hands.
Yeah, my arm's gonna be going like 12 feet up in the air. It'll
Okay.
never
And
make
so he
sense.
might accidentally hit you. Like it's a pinata. He's
Okay,
blindfolded.
fine, I'll
I'm
just...
really trying to get
So,
point, but,
You said there's 5 heads, right?
Go back to the
Yeah. So you only gotta roll.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna have you
they're
roll.
in the tent.
Just roll a d20 for me, and make an attack roll. It's an attack roll. It's a pinata.
D20 attack. Pinata.
Oh, disadvantage. You're blindfolded.
Oh, okay. Let me roll that disadvantage. 3 and a 4. Okay, well, I got
That's
a.
fantastic.
So the 3 plus 9,
Where are you getting your 9 from? I got a 5.
strength plus
At 4.
proficiency.
Oh, duh. Oh, it's right there.
Yeah.
Proficiency. Okay.
Yeah.
So I got 11.
11 is a pinata.
Yeah.
You hit it.
What? Do I get to roll again?
Actually, because you're still hella buff and it's just a pinata and it's still a stick,
Send it flying.
you knock all 5 heads off and candy pours out and a bunch of children are happy and a bunch of acolytes are happy.
Cool.
And I throw a
And
gold
you feel
piece
like
in there,
you're,
like
you're
slide
starting
it
to
in,
feel like a champion of Bahamut.
Okay, so
So
I take the
You
blindfold off
children are
and
excited
take the
now,
platinum
but
head
will
away.
experience a
Right.
lifetime of sadness.
And now the final ritual is actually a little more serious, and they actually dress you up. They put you back in your own plate because they don't have better plate to offer.
Okay.
They give you your weapon, which it goes a little something like this. So you're all dressed up and cleaned up and ready to go.
That's
And,
how I feel about that.
The high priest comes back and presents you your weapon, and he says, I only know you as Red because we only met yesterday, but
You can get them caps.
I now present you your weapon as a paladin to Bahamut. And he splashes you with like a aromatic oil on the
Pretty
face, and he
good, though.
says, and I baptize
Good
you
luck.
as
Yeah.
champion. And then he presents you like
Play
a little
baseball.
necklace with a little platinum dragon on it. It's mostly just a head, but you see it's kind of like, it's actually like almost a silhouette, but the details on the face are really good, and then the little bits where it's a little bit wider than the head because the body of a dragon is wider than its head. So that little bit, and you see like these little wings coming off, and now you see it's like a platinum dragon like charging right for you, like shooting out of the pendant kind of visual is what it's trying to give you. So it's a pretty ferocious looking pendant, and weight in your hand is like probably pure silver.
Yeah, well, I take a minute to devote my soul to Bahamut's truth and law,
And I
and
throw up.
Make a constitution check.
ignore all evil and lesser goods. So, yeah,
9 plus 2.
confirmed
You-
puke.
Actually don't puke, but you do choke a little bit on a little bit of vomit in your
A
mouth.
little gag.
Yeah, if you rolled a 9, you would have puked on the floor right then and there. Alright, and it doesn't require attunement, but if you keep this pendant in your possession for the remainder of the day, you will still have paladin powers, but you will be a paladin of Bahamut.
I'm gonna hold on to it. I'm a Bahamut paladin now.
Okay? You have been converted. I just want you to bear in mind and or be aware of that
Jesus hates you.
as a lawful good paladin, changing deities many more times or any more times could be risky to your soul.
I think Jesus was a trial run. I was unaligned when I started, saw Jesus first, and realized there was better out there. So
Better lawful
Better
good than
than-
Jesus.
Better than Jesus?
yeah, sorry, I don't really go for
Did you say that out loud? Or was that out of game?
That
Out
hurts,
of date.
that hurts my soul as out of character.
Yeah. No. We can talk about we can hash it out, but
We'll have to do that out of game.
out of game.
All right, so
So, what do you do to worship?
Bahamut, I will absolutely, entirely not allow you to kill any more gnomes, and burn any more people.
I do not know if you understand the meaning of worship.
It's through action is the most you can do in your own life. Do you
Correct.
have a lifespan?
Prayers through sweat.
I have never died.
Well, maybe you will.
Well, you should be open
I
to
hope
new
you don't get used to
ideas,
that.
right?
Yeah.
oh, it pours so well.
It is due to the object of my worship that Asmodeus, the Lord of all hells, is bound to not break contracts with you terrible mortals.
Stainless.
Asmodeus, you're in contact with him?
No.
I would hope not, because he will only betray you.
Terrible, eh? Is that what you think of me, Gearon? See how it is? Listen to your tale about the Gear Wars, and this is how you treat me?
Too. Just obey local
I
and his
only
law.
speak in truths.
Tail.
So yeah, I see how it is.
Wow.
Well,
Tara is sleeping in the inn.
Yeah, so that's done. That's the morning hazing ritual. So we're going back to my favorite characters in this party. The ones I really love.
thanks for the religion change. I appreciate that.
Oh, it's gonna be amazing. Like I'll send you some text messages on Bahamut if you're into it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And you lost
Pretend
a lot
like
of
it's like
respect
a
from God.
Bahamut Bible.
Yeah.
That's
You're
alright.
still my buddy, right?
Yeah, we're cool.
Okay, we're cool.
Although, you know,
I don't know.
All
Think
right.
about Jesus. Has lots of poems. Big
Yeah,
whoop.
dude. You,
Big
you-
whoop.
you just gotta stab me in the heart multiple times or what?
Maybe,
Oh my
maybe I
goodness.
just need to choose
Rex
it carefully.
with a gym
So
bag.
you wake in your
Religious.
Called
individual
Psalms,
rooms, very
actually.
comfy,
Yeah.
very well
I can't
rested.
hear him, but
Super clean. You don't have any fleas or mites or lice or anything like that. Excuse me. You guys were all purified of that through the morning hazing ritual, and robots don't get
Diseases.
fleas and diseases. And I don't know if you are that powerful of a cleric, but you have to cast restoration on yourself.
I have to cast Lesser Resto anyways.
Yeah,
'cause
every day
Yeah.
because
I have a
plate
permanent
armor is-
negative
yeah.
1 in my spell slot for use.
yeah, because
Yeah, we're good. I'm keeping track of that.
oh, that's amazing. All right, so how are you all this
Nice.
morning? Waking well rested and not crusty or
I'm
anything.
gonna go to what's his fucking name? Hang on. Seamus, and I'm gonna ask.
So you go down the stairs to the bar and
Yeah, and I'm gonna ask him for my usual, the rare steak.
Wee baby Seamus.
I'm afraid we don't have steak. We got pork chops,
It's
or
breakfast.
tenderloin, or
Tenderloin. Let's do a tenderloin. Also rare.
trichinosis is good this time of year.
Sure you don't want it raw?
Rare is raw.
So and he pulls out a pork tenderloin that it seems that he was going to marinate for maybe lunch or something, and
You should know better by now, Russell. I'll have pork and eggs and a pot of tea.
pork chops.
That'll
Okay.
do.
And he gets like two like 1 inch thick pork chops, like
You
bone
have to
in,
understand, Tara.
and drops them in the salt and pepper that he's just got sitting on the counter, like just all ground up, mixed in, and just like slaps them on either side and throws them into that giant fucking cast iron pan that he does all the time. And he cracks about 3 eggs next to him, and then after rolling the tenderloin up and tying it off and stuffing the little areas with some aromatics and rolling that in salt and pepper, he throws that on the cast iron pan too. And he flips the eggs, puts the eggs on some toast that he already was kind of pre-toasting, and just sets them on the toast, and pulls up a plate and sets that off to the side. Flips the pork chops over, lets those sit for a little bit. Goes over to fill up a kettle with water and hangs that over a separate fire, and throws the pork chops next to the toast and eggs on a plate, and slides it in front of you and says, "It's going to be a minute for the water. I forgot about that. It's going to be a couple more minutes for that tenderloin, even if you do have it rare."
Can I, out of character for a minute, can I get a time?
So like you went to bed at like normal like 9:30, 10ish, and you only really require like 6 hours of sleep because it always accounts for a 2-hour watch, but you didn't have to keep a watch. So you could have woken up as early as like 6 o'clock in the morning and been fairly content.
Okay. That's it for me. Sorry.
Okay. So yeah, and your breakfast is served, and it's delicious and not poisonous. And Bronny, you want some eggs and toast and tea?
Yep.
So it's like a silver for yours because he's got all the water and tea, served up with his goodies, and yours for pork chops and eggs and toast is 3 silver, and your it's half a gold, 5 silver for your pork tenderloin.
I'll slide him 4 silver.
Fantastic.
They fed us.
And at the temple, yeah, they fed you. It was practically hardtack. It was like bread ends. Like, you know, when they make sliced bread, they slice off like that because, you know, there wasn't always such thing as a loaf pan.
Well, tack is pretty dank.
They're
You know, it's some flavorless garbage. So you want to
Well,
wash that down?
It's bread. It's bread ends, and
I
yeah,
got
they
it.
give you like bread
Don't
ends
you worry
and
about it.
ale and like some local fresh. It's kind of like grits, but you're not really sure if it's corn or wheat or what. But
Yeah.
it's some sort of, you know, crispy wheat.
Well, they know how to monk it up.
Cream
That's
of
for
grits,
sure.
something
Yeah.
like that.
That's dope.
So yeah, but it's like stale bread crusts and
And
that.
I assume I just kind of assemble single grits and like pieces of crust into a crude symbol of their deity, and like just kind of push it back over to them on the table to the whatever priest or acolyte or whatever is there with us.
Oh yeah, they offered you food, and you know So what did you make? You made like a
Crude holy symbol made out of, well, crude. If to me it's crude, holy symbol of theirs, made out of singular grains of grits pasted together with the kind of soupy innards of the grits and
Oh, I get it.
pieces
So
of
it's like,
gluten from the
so like an Etch-a-Sketch drawing of like a dragon in flight.
Oh, but it's 3-dimensional, whatever their holy symbol is.
It's a flying dragon.
I've made it. Do you want me to roll for that?
Yeah, because I want to know how you string like essentially.
Yeah, 21.
Yeah, and somehow you.
I make
you use,
things.
You use like soggy bread and grits and stack it up into a flying dragon, and when it finally dries, it actually looks like almost like a meerschaum sculpture. It's-
By you meatbag standards, I should be a saint.
You should be dead. You should be dead by our standards.
No, I'm not there.
Yeah,
You guys are eating in the temple?
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's okay. They don't
Humble.
know where we're going.
Yeah, free food. Come on.
Yeah.
I don't eat.
You complain what
They
God is.
also don't know where we're going.
So where to now, Rosalind?
We have to go
I
meet
don't
with the
say
council
anything.
again.
You
guys are more
can
than
bite
welcome,
my
but the
shiny
other group
metal
are with us.
ass.
Okay, Bender.
My boots are pretty good start.
Do you know where the others are?
Nope.
You better watch out for that
They
boot.
didn't tell us.
Can you send at them?
I just had a long rest.
This is Red we're talking about.
He's
He's famous for putting boot caps.
Mhm.
Good luck. I believe you've tried and failed twice.
You want to step outside of holy grounds? Am I gonna have to do this?
Ronnie,
Do I need to put a hole in you?
you have simming, right?
Try. See what happens. Let's stare at each other.
I'm going between
Yeah,
you
tell him
guys.
to get their
Okay.
shit together
Okay.
and meet us
Alright.
back here.
Alright. Another holy
You
man.
guys are acting
ceremony.
crazy.
Let's
Gearon,
relax.
come
Have
on,
breakfast
we
on
talked
holy
about this
grounds.
many times.
No more. Try not to. I'm trying to wane off the boots in the butt. So.
Your god is a lie.
That's it. That's it.
You're in the temple of
I just got conscripted. and you're
Okay,
gonna
first
tell me?
I need you to make an intelligence check to see if you believe that, because
Do you actually believe
you
what
actually know
you.
the power of the gods. You know that the power of Bahamut was instrumental in the slaying of Tiamat with your knowledge of history. So I just gotta see if you believe it. Even though you've seen it, I gotta know if you believe that that's a lie.
What type of check is this?
Give him
You
something.
you tell me.
Intelligence.
Like, I mean, your understanding. So your understanding, your actual knowledge of the gods and their existence. Like, it's not even.
Oh, I'm
a
not
faith.
true. I'm
Make a
not
religion
telling.
check.
I'm not like telling him the truth. Okay, so those words are not the truth.
He's trying to provoke me.
My meaning behind
words.
it is that's the entire deal.
So you
Where's
know
Tom?
gods are real, but you know that his belief in that god is fake.
Yeah, something in his belief about Tiamat is a lie.
Not Tiamat.
Tiamat.
But given my 5
Thank you.
charisma, I have
Baphomet.
pronounced this
Baphomet.
as
Yeah.
your god is a lie.
Got it.
Bahamut.
That's the entire deal.
Go ahead, no, make you roll. I dare you.
It's not that I believe something outside of his knowledge.
Okay.
It's
Just for fun then, to convince him.
He's provoking me with charisma. Make a roll a charisma check.
make a charisma, make a persuasion.
4.
Yeah, I didn't think so. You're full of
Okay.
shit, robot. You don't believe in anything. Primus is fake. How about that?
Primus is manufactured and therefore
Not a god.
not within reality.
Not real.
It is constructed.
I'm
You
done.
are correct.
Talk to the hand.
Thanks. I almost put my boot in your ass, but I don't believe you. If you were that dumb, I wouldn't have ignored you. So.
If you weren't so dumb, you would know
So
that
who
I
you
do
wanna
not
interrupt
possess
with
an
your
ass.
telepathy?
I think I'll do it to him because he's
I don't have a
not.
shiny metal ass.
Yeah, we're having a
Okay.
heated
We got
debate.
25 words.
Nice meeting me.
Mm-hmm.
I can create a shiny metal ass.
What is the name of the place we're at again?
The dragon's
the
nest.
dragon's nest, yeah.
Just gonna say, hey guys, get back to the dragon's nest now.
To who?
You.
Since you two
Oh,
are.
us three, yeah.
You, but
Since you don't know how to follow
Okay.
shit.
Okay.
Crazy.
I slam the table, get up, and get out first.
I'm
I'm
looking
done
at
with
them
this
like,
conversation.
He's
put my arm around both of them. I'm like, we gotta go. And I drag them out
To where?
to the dragons and
You didn't get the memo, botoid?
yeah. Maybe if you were paying attention, you would have known. Let's go.
What happened?
Wow. Alright, and what are you all up to?
You happy now, Drinking
Ronnie's
McGee?
party.
this is all
We're
he
just
ever
sitting around
anticipated.
eating. I know what it sounds
Waiting.
like.
Yeah.
Right between the eyes, man. Oh, jeez.
Oh, that was very cool.
You know, I was like watching it come, and I'm just like, I couldn't look away.
It's mesmerizing.
Like it literally like came slow motion at me. I was like,
I found a D20.
Rare.
Back at
Facial.
you. Double tap. Triple tap.
Alright. Back to Bronny
I'm pretty sure
and
this is
Rosalind
Dwight's or
Tar.
Rose's. This white D20.
It's actually mine.
That's,
Oh.
yeah.
You just had to play an oddest, didn't you?
I mean, it goes in that.
Yeah. I was
Definitely.
wrong.
I'm pretty honest about my
Well,
feelings.
yeah, in game,
Um,
yeah. The 20 and 5 charisma.
So I feel Ronnie and Art in. So we have to meet the council at 12. Do you think we should bring Gearon or leave his ass here?
Just distract him if you can.
We could try telling him to be quiet.
That might work.
We could leave him here. He'd
That
probably-
might work.
Come in.
That might
dude,
work.
we can make a contract with him. So
That he
Or I
he
can
won't
put him
talk.
in the bird cage.
So you're not there.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry.
But can I be
You guys-
sprinting there with both of them, like you know, I'm holding them like
No.
like kegs and I'm just running?
I've got 2 kegs
we
on my
did
back.
say get your
So
ass
you're holding
over
3
here,
kegs
I
in
think I
one.
can hold that, right? I'm a pretty big guy.
In fact, I need to sell those things
It doesn't
after,
matter.
after the fact.
Anyways,
Anyway.
continue.
I have a bird cage.
Do you think
It worked for a minute, and usually a minute
Nice.
feels like an hour.
It does, especially with you guys.
It's not me. It's these fuckers. It's a good thing I know how to dodge.
If you can dodge a cap, you can dodge a ball.
What was that?
There we go.
I'm trying to shoot out of my
Tar.
grip,
Football.
so.
What do you think? What do we think we should do with Gearon?
Wasn't that good?
Leave him or?
I mean, I can watch him if you need, but I'd rather go
I think
with
he's
you.
gonna be a hindrance to that meeting.
He needs to have someone.
Ask him to shut his mouth for our best interest.
He won't listen.
Tell him
to
he'll
that.
put us in danger if he doesn't be quiet.
Gearon, if you don't shut the fuck
He's
up
not
for the
there
next
yet.
25...
We're doing this until he gets there.
I thought you were just talking to Joe.
I was talking to these two.
It was.
Yeah, it's me. It's us.
We're not
three.
there
It's us
yet.
three.
I
We're-
thought
and
I
I
was
just
there,
told
but
them
I
to.
wasn't.
Yeah, they're on their way. But that's about it.
I can distract him if need be, but we
That
can
doesn't
tell him
make
to shut his mouth.
Maybe he distracts him.
No, we should
I'm
all
trying a
go
lot
to
of
the
different
meeting.
things
I
right
don't
now.
want him.
You people.
Yeah,
You're the
What do you
sergeant.
mean,
That's your
you
call.
people?
If you'd like the three of us to stay,
We're
take
a
Joe
team,
with you.
I'm not just your sergeant.
Take Joe with
It
you.
doesn't work.
You're the leader. I have no idea what to do.
I swear to
Or-
fucking God.
You're the leader. Bronny's the face. Make a decision.
You
We
hit
could
the
tell
camera.
him he'd put us in danger
This
if he opened his mouth.
This is getting out of control.
No.
I
That
don't
way
know
we can
how he
leave
did
straight from
that.
there to
How
wherever
do
we
you
need to
do
go
that?
unless we ask him.
It came from your dick,
Okay.
How about this?
right
We'll
at
try
my
that, and if
chest.
you make the comment, we leave him.
Like it was under the table, and it just.
God damn.
I guess you could just throw them.
Okay.
He hasn't
Or
murdered
Tar.
a single
Yes.
person yet.
Okay. Okay.
There's
So
a key from the
Tar.
word yet.
we're on our way to the.
Actually,
He
speaking
hasn't
of
murdered
which, Tar,
anyone
Each other.
today.
I
Yeah,
need
you
you to
guys are
make
in
a
the range.
constitution check.
We're actually
This
walking
again.
the whole time. We're not throwing
Yeah.
gas. We're walking the whole time. And
okay. That's a nat 18 plus
Yeah, you're fine.
2. That's a 20.
You're not gonna kill your party. Yet.
Not today.
What
Yes,
about
have one more.
anyone in town?
I might kill you first.
One more good day. You literally can't.
I literally could.
We'll
Dude,
see
this
how it
D4
goes.
is smaller than this other D4.
do we make the other guys?
Should we touch tips and see who's bigger?
Did they make it there yet, guys? Just
Yeah,
so
probably
I'm done
asking.
talking about dick talk.
Yeah, let's just.
Yeah,
Okay.
they made it.
Awesome.
Just barely.
Oh, it's just. It's
Thank
literally
you.
Small.
Like
Get
what-
over it.
Gearon, I need to make a
Something's going
contract with you.
So we have a meeting, right?
Yeah.
Tar, make a perception check.
You want the drunk?
Now you hit.
Almost.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
21 close to 20.
There's something different about red.
Alright?
You okay?
I've never felt better. I feel truly on the right path now. Something happened, and it wasn't a cheap trick that I bought with cash.
I believe him. Did you give up on, Jesus?
The false deity? Yes, I did.
This guy gets it.
Yes, I chose the true path of lawful good
Of
righteousness.
another
These humans
false
are so
deity.
stuck on. These humans are so stuck on this god. I don't see the point. But
Yeah,
I hear
celestial
you say.
being
Wait a minute, have I said
worshiping
What
a
do
true
you
dragon.
worship?
No, you
The
haven't.
Obed High?
you're a sorcerer.
Do
I kind of
you
assume you're kind
worship
of on the
Obed High,
other side of that.
Tar?
Yeah, the old gods.
Obed High?
Yeah.
The vagabond? The homeless man? You worship the homeless man. I bet you wish that you were on a caravan right now.
I am
Towards
on a
another.
caravan right now.
Another town.
I would love to be heading elsewhere, but
Does not eat.
if we have to stay at the bar for another day, then
You guys are
I
assholes.
bet you would like that, you worshiper.
Gearon, we need to make
Obed
a
High.
contract.
Us three might be assholes, but now I'm on the right path. And wouldn't the
just
smallest
you
of humans
two.
matter
You
if
two
you
are
were to a human?
Yeah, you
He
two
doesn't
are the
believe in your god
assholes.
either.
So long as they're not
But
corrupt
at
to
least
their core.
Gearon doesn't shame me.
He was shaming you all day.
Alright, but at least he's just. He doesn't have good charisma. I don't blame him, but I blame you two.
You should.
Well, at least he's honest.
We have a meeting to go to, guys.
Actually, I need to make a
What
contract
time
with
is it?
fucking Gearon right now. If you guys could actually let me do
You
that.
can certainly try.
Shut the fuck up.
Alright.
Gearon, we need to make a contract
A contract for what?
that you will not say a word in this meeting for the benefit of all of this party.
For what?
We might have to go to another area, and I really would really enjoy that we do that without any hindrance in this meeting.
There is nothing obligating me to your enjoyment, Rosalind, as you should know. There is only
You
things
have a
obligating
contract
me
against
to your
everyone's
well-being.
You have everyone's safety as a contract, correct?
Not your safety, but your well-being.
That's safety.
I
In our
am
words.
unsure if you understand the difference between well-being and safety.
Okay, well, we are leaving you here then. Until we come back, you will have Tar and our cleric with you.
What?
Not you, or
Paladin.
the monk.
Paladin.
Sorry, the paladin.
Nice.
What the hell?
And where are you going?
Because you will not make this contract with me, I am not obligated to tell you.
Burn.
I am unsure if you understand the circumstances of this and my ability to gather information on such topics.
That is fine.
Crowns. As in
I'll do
corona.
without you on this.
Does it really?
It says crowns for cures.
Unfortunately, I'm not guaranteed your quietness
Or is
that
it
is needed
Budweiser?
in this
I don't know. Toss it around. See.
gathering.
Let's do
What do
intelligence
you
checks.
think?
No rolls.
Smells like
Okay.
Other side.
Alright, so, Gearon,
Is this a riddle?
the
Other side.
paladin,
yes.
I think I left you with him. So Tar, the paladin, and Gearon will be remaining in the same place.
I'm Thor. Thar. Yeah.
So
Thorgrim.
He's gonna
Thor.
take care of him.
Yeah, these two are.
3.
These two
These two
I'm
are.
babysitter again.
I'm
Babysitter.
staying with you.
Okay.
And you're coming
Fine.
with me.
At least I don't have
Oh.
conflicting lawful goodness.
So you guys have walked
I'm
off.
Yeah.
Chaotic neutral.
That's
Tar,
fine.
how many people do you approximate to be in this city currently?
How many would you like to remove?
That's not good.
How many are currently within
That's
this
chaotic.
city currently?
Oh,
Situation.
I'd estimate 1,200, 1,400 at the max.
1,400 in this oasis. What do you suppose would happen if we were to tunnel under the lake in the center of this oasis and out into the Barrens?
Well, I suppose I could set up some sort of incandescent lighting under the ground, and we could maybe grow some grain. Maybe
You're talking
make
about
some bread in a
suicide
couple of
tunneling?
months.
If you're gonna push that much water
I think
outside,
he's referring to draining the lakes.
Yeah,
So they all.
and the amount of work that would take,
They all.
and the amount of
what's it
evil
called
that
when
would
you can't
cause, do you understand
There's.
the difference between good and evil? That's not good. These people need that lake. Leave them
Lizard
with
folk.
their lake.
These people pose a threat to someone who I am contractually bound to, and that is Rosalind.
All of them?
No, it's not.
Well, drought is probably not the fastest way to eliminate this
Oi,
threat.
Seamus. You want to kill Rosalind?
Nye, she's a good customer.
I don't think
And
they
she always
want-
takes me meat before it spoils.
Yeah, we've been excellent patrons.
These
around
people
here. I don't
like
see
This
why-
one can
Why
live
they
in
have
the
a problem with
forest
us.
with those halflings that you have recruited.
You're gonna remove him from his home because you think
He's
the
a
rest are.
dragonborn.
I can give
enemies.
him a better home that isn't covered
Hey,
in
Seamus,
sand.
This-
what is your profession?
I'm a bartender, innkeep, father, husband,
Do you
craftsman.
not
Husband.
need a husband?
This is his home.
This is his
Do
home.
you not need a husband in Tommendale? It has come to my intention.
Men and home.
It has come to my attention that you do not have a husband in Tommendale.
I'm not there. I left.
Are you? What are you? Are you
I'm gonna
chaotic?
put my arm around Gearon
No, I'm
and
lawful
explain
neutral.
to him that
You're
I
not
was,
lawful.
In fact,
You
You're
don't
not
know
lawful.
law.
Stop.
You know-
Stop killing and causing chaos, and then you can consider yourself lawful.
You don't. You don't understand.
to a femoid.
You don't understand the fucking planes, man.
Femoid is a robot.
We're not working with hell beasts here.
She was
You're
a
working with
Warforged
humans, all kinds. You just gotta just
Can we
leave
move
it.
on?
Let's not starve
Okay, guys.
and drought the rest of the people. Okay,
Okay.
let's leave
But
them
they
where they
are
are.
Lying
We're
to
still on a storyline here.
Contractually
Yeah,
obligated.
just give them a
This
chance.
is my arc.
Give
Make
them
a
a chance, they're not
persuasion
bad.
check.
We,
Or wait, no,
we
deception.
could
Deception is a
starve
deception
them
check.
of water.
I like that.
Water, I assume, is
Ooh, my charisma's bad.
part
19.
of a meatbag's daily diet.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean,
They don't deserve that, and they
You're
will
on
just
this is
leave.
bad.
Guys,
Gearon. Tom might be drunk, but Gearon can hear two people talk at the same time. So Tar just told you a story about how he once was a husband back in the Nobro Grove to a femoid,
Warforged artificer.
and he rolled a 19 deception check. I need you to
Check
make,
it. Check it.
Do you
Check
know
it.
of any
Make an insight
femoids?
check. Insight, wisdom, insight check. To see if you believe his lie.
He's an incel.
6.
You got a 4.
You believe him. You believe him, and make a constitution check for me.
Constitution check or saving throw?
Oh, this is gonna be awesome.
Make a saving throw.
This was perfect.
You shouldn't.
Preordained.
16. That would be a 24.
No,
24.
shit. What does that do?
Fortunately,
2 rolls.
your metal heart does not break.
You got the good one
But-
first.
His story hits you right in the feels.
She was slain by your careless actions, Gearon. Now that you know, maybe think about how you act in the future and how it might affect the rest of us. All of us.
I can assure you, Tar, that I was not contractually obligated to this artificer. I'm sure that she made many quality goods.
And children that are dead.
Can we
That is what I said.
can we
Because children are quality goods.
Shad violin in
You
the
heard it here
background.
on Is It Saturday Yet?
Oh yeah, you guys can go and do your side quests.
Sorry, you guys
Or
are
whatever.
too So I really care about
That was
the children.
You
I
guys
was
are
enjoying
fantastic.
that.
Okay.
It was a
Alright.
good time.
Alright, who else going to the council?
quest.
I did.
Okay.
no,
Us three.
No, yeah,
three
the
are
three of us.
babysitting him. So
Excuse me.
Convincing me
As a
not
tower
to
over.
dehydrate all of
Shall we walk
I
towards
tried.
the...
Yeah, so the pretty girls and their
For
bodyguard
another
go to the
tribe.
council meeting.
What?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You're
Yeah.
definitely the
No,
bug
you're
guy.
a pretty
You're
girl.
a
I
pretty
technically
girl.
know.
You're a pretty girl.
Rose is the
Alright.
By
And-
some paperwork.
When you get there,
Yeah,
after all that
totally.
nonsense, like dealing with Gearon and getting everything settled down, you're actually a little bit late,
you're
but
not gonna
that's
do that to
okay.
me.
They
My
let you in
tribe's
with
already
no
dead.
problem. They recognize you immediately. And Zadaban says, "Where have you been? We started without you. We waited for a while."
Say, listen, we have this.
Shut up.
Thank God.
I will keep you in check if you don't shut the fuck up.
You better listen.
I stopped speaking.
Oh, I was actually already on the right page.
She is your commanding officer.
I mean,
No.
Jesus is alright.
I'm the second command, okay? You can have the
Oh, use my belt.
second command.
If God is your king, you still listen to your commanding
You're
officer.
a queen.
Second command.
Yeah.
I look at Zedabin and I just tell him we had a bit of trouble with our other party, so we left them at the tavern and made the conscious decision to come here.
Everybody hates it when the robot breaks down, right?
Exactly, me too.
I give him a little.
I say keenly. See, I can too.
I find violence and technology make excellent bed buddies.
They do.
He gets it.
Whoa.
Anyway,
Where's
let's
the-
go inside. Let's go inside.
Yeah, we weren't inside yet.
He's so great.
So I just got to get a couple of names straight. So I can
Shorthand,
have them.
forehand. I can give you all the names.
No, these are
Oh, okay.
So, you come in and you hear, he says, "Oh, shh, let's see what she has to say. She just got here last night. This is, Dala Silmerhelv, Dalasilmerhelve.
It's
Okay.
a couple too many letters, but
Guys,
Not very holy.
And what you see before you is a young, copper-haired noblewoman. You recognize her by her clothing as being a member of like a wealthy house. She is very well spoken.
are you about to do chick voice?
Me? No, fuck no. I
I'm
can't.
sorry.
I can't tonight. Sorry. I'll do
I
my
mean, you're
best
doing
next
well
time.
already.
Oh, thank you.
Voices are
Best you get.
I like your
translated.
All right. And you hear her go on. She says, "And those of us with ears to hear have heard the Drakhorn's call.
The dragons. I have.
Actually, I did hear that, right?
Yeah, you did.
You-
Okay,
you're not
here,
here.
raise your hand. Oh, you don't know.
Well, no, she's not asking, but
He's
she
there.
it's like that's the end of like a paragraph. Like so you're kind of coming in the middle of it. He
I
introduces
appreciate
her. You see her, and then you hear her say, "Those of us that have heard the Drakhorn's
Oh,
call."
okay.
And she says, "The last of us known to go seeking for it
I don't know why
is
it's taking.
Makath the Crimson." Makath the Crimson.
Don't want anyone to be alone with me.
MACCATH
Dude, you cannot be alone with
the
yourself.
Crimson. And last she was out and about was 2 years ago, and she's been missing ever since.
I have a note. Sorry.
She's trying to get us a quest here.
Well, you guys won't shut up and let me do it, so.
We're not even there. What are you
I know it's just
Beforehand.
difficult to contain.
Yeah, I bet.
That's why I said you guys need to do it yourselves to play around.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
took 6.
Yeah, and a whole fucking day.
I just want to know
6.
what happens, but I can't even.
Anyway.
All right. So, what you gather from her speech is that there are people who have heard the Drakhorn's call. It's the first time it's been heard for a while. The last person known to go looking for it was Makath the Crimson, and she went looking for it 2 years ago and was never seen or heard from again.
On Friday to bushy tails. So, am I able to just stand up in this meeting?
So she finishes speaking, and Zadaban stands and says, "And here we have Roslyn, the Green Dragonborn from... Where are you from? From Amnesia.
Sorry.
And her company, or rather a couple of her company from the Empire at
I don't
Orkenhofen.
know what it is. He's not there. He doesn't need to be there.
And she was
Well, I do
actually
know.
exploring the temple, and we called her out for this meeting.
I asked her before you
So,
left.
Roslyn, you have the floor. What happened in the temple?
So at this point, I look at Miss Dalla.
Dalla,
Dalla.
Silmerhelv.
I can't say that too bad right now.
So you can just call her Dalla, that's fine.
I look at Dalla and I firstly pull out a note from my pocket that I had torn off a door. And I show her this note that said, if you're reading this, tell everyone where I was, which is the temple.
Okay. And she says, well, this is actually
No,
not really
stop
my area of
distracting me.
expertise. And she hands it down the table, like everybody kind of looks at it, and she hands it down the table though, and it ends up being in,
Put it in
similar
my
names,
fucking-
sorry guys, but Lady Silverhand takes a look at it and she says, I don't know this hand, but this parchment looks old. I'll have some of my experts take a look at it. And where are my men?
Unfortunately, 2 of your men walked through a door and fell 60 feet down into a sinkhole. The other one tried to escape.
Foolhardy adventurers.
Yeah, I agree.
I bet the dragons
Quit. The other one tried to run away, but we never found him.
Yes.
Fortunately,
Mr. Fancy Pants never disappears on the job. I'm assuming he must have fallen to his doom as well.
That's a royal
I
name.
would say so.
It's pretty spot on.
On the plus side of it, we came across a dragon, and I too heard the horn itself.
You
We
heard the
beat it.
Draghorn?
It was a opal-scaled dragon.
Oh, the blues do love the desert. What woke him from his slumber?
Unfortunately,
What?
shut up.
What?
Unfortunately, I believe we did.
Perhaps it was the Draghorn. It might be closer than we know.
It may be. But after it was slain, I present my. No, don't do anything.
We did it. Maybe it
Um,
was a Drakhorn.
I pull out the
in my bag.
goblet.
Goblet.
I pull out the goblet, and it's lit up north.
Do you, yeah. Do you hand it over at all? She just
I have her look at
may
it.
I?
Just grace it with it. Yeah.
And she takes it and she looks at it. This is just me miming. She moves her hands a little bit and like whispers some arcane words and. She hands it back to you.
Take it.
And she says, This is a goblet of Tiamat. It has no actual power of its own, but it was one of the ritual cups that caught the blood sacrifices that were given to her and to her children when she was at her height of power. We now believe her to be imprisoned in the first layer of the 9 hells. She should be in either perpetual torment or at least dormant rest. What is waking her, I do not know, but here's what I know. The dragon cult is recruiting numbers as people are hearing the Drakhorn's call. Chromatic dragons are waking from their slumber around the world, wreaking havoc on settlements nearby, hoarding more treasures and forcing more people into their servitude. And these relics are coming to light as well. In the dragon cult, they seek the 5 dragon masks. There are 5 masks, 1 for each color, and when they're all assembled together, they create the Tiamat mask. That could be instrumental in the rise of Tiamat. She may step forth from the hells onto the material plane. For all we know, she has a hand in this, or perhaps some side of the Blood Wars have decided to create an imbalance, the likes of which we've never seen.
I believe I'll be able to help you if you help me.
Well, the only thing I can do to help you right now is I can tell you that last time Makath was seen, she was chartering a ship to the Sea of Ice, north from here.
That's exactly where the goblet won you. So the last time I followed this light, it got brighter, in which we found the temple with it.
It took you to the temple,
It took us to the temple.
and then to the dragon beneath.
Yes. So, do you know where this boat where it may find a boat like that one?
Well, you can always find a boat at a harbor, but a boat needed to head north to the Sea of Moving Ice. You'll have to go farther north. I would start at Orkenhofen and follow the coast and go till it gets snowy and see if you can charter an icebreaker. I can give you some funds to help you secure a ship, and I can give you a captain's name who captains an icebreaker.
That would be most favorable.
Let me get his name. And as she's looking through her black book for the names of all these contacts, because she's a snooty uppity bitch, so she knows a lot of people, a small murmur begins among the people.
Are they talking about me?
No.
Here.
Zadabon sidles over and says, "You handled yourself magnificently. Are you sure you're not noble-born yourself?"
Like I told you, I'm not from amnesia. I have amnesia.
Can I break in, maybe?
Oh.
We're at the
That's
tavern.
why I'm not sure if I'm royal or not. And or where I come from as a green
You're
dragon.
puzzling over words and I'm spewing at you. They're pretty much nonsense.
I'm just pretending like she'll recap it to me later.
Son of a bitch.
Or you can write it.
Son of a bitch.
Good.
Bon, that's relevant to me. I want that mask. I need
You
that
can't
mask.
have that mask.
I
You
need
should
it.
be
5
mine.
of them.
Are you a worshiper?
I'm a dragonborn.
As everybody
Platinum?
I'm a dragonborn in
Zone
general.
of Truth.
I'll be able to
see
wear
it,
them,
though.
he told me.
Yeah, sure, but I don't know. I don't know.
I can give you one probably.
I'm a
Like,
big
like,
worshiper. There's only
see
one.
it, like, pop
I'm a
up.
worshiper too, but
They would
all
see
one,
you.
which is
doing your-
chaotic.
What if I did it like behind my back?
Okay, I got see.
They
can have
also
the
hear you
lawful
say
one,
something.
But they're murmuring, so I can murmur
You-
myself.
There's 5 heads.
I want the platinum
Sorry.
one. You can
They
have
were
the
murmuring,
chaotic
so
one
I
if
can-
it exists.
Ulmer? It
In
does.
theory. In theory.
Bullimore?
There's 5.
They would also know
Just
because
form
Yeah.
a Bullimore and I'll
I
get
do.
you that.
I do.
No.
We'll do this.
Yeah, we'll do that.
I'm just saying, like, if you fail to charm someone, or even
The
after you
platinums.
charm them and the charm
Are you the
spell
red one
wears
or
off,
the
they
green
It
would
was
know.
me.
Anyway.
They would know they were
Yeah.
charmed.
Anyway.
Okay. So she says, a good icebreaker and its captain would be the Frost Skimmer, and it's
Painted by my old
captained by a
friend's
human
dad in the 80s.
known as
I'm trying to hear, bud.
Larushta
Lead.
Can you
Half
spell
You know how
that?
heavy that is.
Spell that.
That is
Lerustaa,
lead.
half face.
Not a
That
pure
person can
model.
be trusted.
Here's why he's called half face. You'll recognize
Painted.
him as the right half of his face was scarred and ruined by a severe frostbite that he suffered on the Sea of Moving Ice.
Could you call him Two-Face?
You could.
You could, but he might cut your dick off and feed it to you.
And
I'd
how
like
much
to see him
does
try.
the hang on.
He'll try.
And how much does
You
this
have to be respectful.
boat and captain usually ferry?
Well, it's not a small ship, as it needs to have
40
weight behind it to break through the ice, and it has a solid steel front. I believe
I'm
it's called the
sure-
prow, but I'm not a seaman.
I'm pretty sure our robot can
We're
hold
one
the
Merchant
back,
Marine.
if you understand what I meant.
I did not, because there's a bunch of cocksuckers making noise.
Oh, I know.
Cork soaker.
Making
Cork
so,
soakers, cork soakers.
so much sucking noises, you know?
We do that.
I said our robot could probably hold the back since he's heavy and all. But he's not here to hear that.
Just a thought.
So anyway, it's a large boat.
You and your brother were drunk.
He'd have access to it.
I suggest you outfit yourselves for cold weather, for those of you that are sensitive to it, as you will literally be going up into the frosted wilderness and ice sheets that float on the open sea before you actually make landfall, should you even make landfall. I'm not sure what you're looking for.
Wherever this thing will take me, and I hold it up and show her again where it glows.
Indeed. At least you have that going for you. You were fortunate. Makath was going on knowledge found in books and scrolls in libraries.
I'm glad we were the ones to find her note and not somebody else.
Alright. So, make your way north as far as you can, and
Do you have an idea where I would find what's his name?
That captain.
The captain? I know you
so you
said
can,
go Orkenhofen, but
yes, I'm gonna need a map here, and look, I've got one. Oh, as I just dump all the magical item cards on the floor.
Can I have him?
No. You can have yourself a black eye if you want.
A black guy?
Yep, a black
How much?
eye.
So,
So,
I'm doing good.
north of
We're doing
Orkenhofen, gotta get out my big map.
High functioning sociopath. Instead
yeah,
of-
we get that.
Pretty much why we're doing good. It's the thing I made.
I know what it is.
You just no, you didn't. Make this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Crafted it?
Yeah,
Can I see it?
No.
you're not there. I just flash it at him and he knows what it is.
He would have already kind of.
Yeah, he would have known.
Yeah.
Who it was.
Oh man, I don't
It's
have
kind
a
of a-
printout of our new
kind
map.
of a
But
map.
anyway,
Yeah.
so north of where you guys are, there is more, and
Dwarven kind of.
north of Orkenhofen is a tundra, and north of that tundra is like a
You only get these
frozen.
-3.
a frozen area
those
with
three.
a gray rocky cliff.
If you're aren't a
Um,
dwarf, that's all you
But
get.
like a little ways north of
Right.
Orkenhofen is an
just
area
the
that I'm
following
going
edition.
to, thank you D&D,
Yeah.
call the Sword Coast.
Okay.
And so at the Sword Coast,
should you
which
get
is a bunch
that
of like gray
and
granite
that?
rocks
You're
shooting
not
up out of and there's like a lighthouse and all the
Because
things that you need to
It's supposed
to
be
navigate a
with
rocky,
other copies.
treacherous, rough sea. And you can take a boat out of
Yeah, don't worry
Orkenhofen
about it.
or somewhere just south of there and sail your way up
Oh.
to the Frost Skimmer.
Because these are dwarvish perks. Like we're just,
Murder is relative.
Okay.
it's just what you get when you're a dwarf. That makes sense. Okay.
Sounds good to me.
Like, I already have
Alright.
those, but you gain that because you have the belt.
So yeah, outfit yourselves, find
Pretty-
Captain Halfface,
Mhm.
take the Frost Skimmer, follow your cup, and report back to us.
And about the funds, you mentioned funds.
Oh, just give him this. And she like pulls out of what seems to be nowhere a small candle already lit, like out of her sleeve.
Can I do perception?
Yes, you may. She pulled a lit candle out of her sleeve, and then a roll of parchment, a quill, fully loaded with ink already, and she scribbles a letter down, and then heats up some sealing wax, which she again pulls out of nowhere on the candle, does that, and then like kind of twirls her hand and pulls out like a nice sealing ring, seals it, the ring disappears, waves her hand over the table, everything's gone except for the note, and hands it to you after the wax is settled.
Put it in my bag of holding. My personal bag of holding.
Just give him that. He should give you passage and any information he knows.
Okay, so maybe-
If you get there early before he's ready to take off, go to the
You can't though.
go to the inn, find yourself
Do you know that?
some rest, but perhaps investigate. I know it was 2 years ago, but she left the Sword Coast 2 years ago.
Okay, we can do that too.
Alrighty.
So you're saying I need to get some like heavy furs.
Yeah.
I mean,
Since I'm like always in plate, right? It's gonna be super
you-
crazy
Do I
cold.
well,
count as
are
heavy
you
fur?
are you affected by cold? You're human, so yes, you're affected by cold. So you just need to get yourself like some warm clothes.
Good
Yeah,
thing
but I
we're
can't take off my plate, so I have to get like pretty heavy
Not warm.
furs, right?
I would presume so, honestly.
I guess.
So if I took off my helmet,
Go
got
into
normal
rice
size
cream.
furs, and put my helmet back on, would they become large?
They would.
Alright.
There you go.
That's pretty good. Save me some money.
Right.
See, this went a lot smoother without gear.
Alright.
That's true.
So
I get it.
that's pretty much, we're gonna wrap up the council meeting because if
Yeah,
you
that's
guys
fine.
want to attempt to even get to a dragon, I don't think you're gonna make it.
We're
But
not gonna make it.
Let's just
so
start.
we'll
We
wrap
can
it
make
here.
it.
Not
Yeah,
the
let's just
sash.
finish it off.
All right. So yeah,
But
you guys
can
go
we-
back and tell the rest of the group what happened.
Can we just summarize what we just discussed? Not to be a buzzkill, but
Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, what was discovered at the council meeting by Rosalind's good positive interactions with Dala and Lady Silverhand. You guys were given free passage aboard the Frost Skimmer with Captain Halfface. You're gonna meet him on the Sword Coast north of Orkenhofen. You're going to attempt to find Makath the Crimson, as she was last known seeking the dragon's, the Drakhorn is what it's called. It's like a dragon horn turned into a horn.
okay.
People with high perception and whatnot have heard it. Many people have felt it, and the last known person was heading up north, and the cup is lighting up north. So
Does
So you have a cup to guide us like a compass?
Yeah, it's my dragon cup.
That's
Nobody else
awesome.
gets it.
Gearon continuously tries to turn it into a magic palm.
And I keep it in my bag of holding.
Do not touch that cup.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's talk. Let's You know what?
Sorry.
But
We're-
imagine
him and I are-
having a very nice sword.
No. Him and I are gonna work on some personality upkeeps,
Me
and
too, 'cause I'm getting frankly annoyed with his attitude towards everything.
I've had a new vision with Bahamut, and I'm going to show
I'm
him the
just
light.
saying,
Hopefully,
like, Gearon was particularly
I know you're robots.
annoying this evening, but that was the first time Gearon has consumed mineral spirits in game.
That's been. Maybe it should be the last too.
Unfiltered water. Wow. Freaking crazy, man. You're hardcore. Freaking.
Are you saying that I should drink more?
I'm saying maybe we should inebriate you with magnetic materials more often. Lodestones and such.
To make sure he can handle this.
It's
Bring it back to
been
your
a
home
while
base.
since I've gotten a hit off.
What
of
was the
loads.
name of the port?
You know, I never have,
Orkenhofen?
but I'd try it with you.
Garon,
That. Just for
have
the
you
sake
ever
of
heard of the
melting me
port
out.
north of Orkenhofen?
I can actually tell you what
Which
that weird-
one?
No.
We
what this
have
beer was.
been to one, and
I know
It
that.
was,
I
uh,
believe
Moose
that
Drool.
one or more
Moose
of
Drool
us
from Big Sky
assaulted a
Brewing
few
Company.
gnomes who were insubordinate.
Yeah, you and
not Gnomishland.
But we're going
But
back
the
to
No,
the
port-
same
no,
gnomes.
no.
The port city just north of Orkenhofen. On
I
the east.
believe that
you guys weren't even told
you
yet.
raided
You
that
came back and
harbor
summarized
and burnt it to the ground.
Sword Coast.
We didn't burn
That's
sword,
not the one.
the Sword Coast. Yada, yada, to
The
the
Sword
ground.
Coast. I am unfamiliar with that. I have not been there.
So
I
we
was
should
told.
go. So we should go to Orkenhofen
We went
and
this
make
way.
our way
We're
north.
not there yet. Well, you're
You
there.
are here. You
I
just
said-
summarized it. I'm asking a question.
I have the information that we would need for that
So
question.
answer my question.
We would need to go north of Orkenhofen,
I
and we'll
believe
reach a
that
lighthouse.
I could bring us to the cove of
Do you know where
the
the,
pirates that you
It's a
slaughtered.
lighthouse.
Do you know where
Given
the-
that I observed you there.
the port is in Orkenhofen? The place that we're going is a big rocky area with a
The
lighthouse.
boat we're looking for and the captain we're looking for is in Orkenhofen.
No, it's north of Orkenhofen.
It's
the
north
port is in Orkenhofen.
What's the name of that town?
So
Sword Coast.
north of
Just say it.
Orkenhofen is a city called the Sword Coast, and the city is named the Sword Coast because before it was the Sword
it's a-
Coast,
it's a
it was
city
the
named
Sword
Coast.
Coast Lighthouse.
That's what I was not
And
understanding.
after the Sword Coast Lighthouse was established, supplies were needed, blah blah blah. People realized it's like, oh, if we just bash a bunch of these fucking rocks and like turn some of this jagged granite into a sweet boat dock,
Mhm.
we got a boat dock right here next to this lighthouse instead of a place to crash our boats. Now we got a place to park our boats.
And Garon has never heard of Sword Coast.
Garon's heard of it, he's never been there.
And never been to
and
Sword
he's
Coast.
never
Specifically
really.
what I said.
Let's go
Kira,
back to
Would
Orkenhofen.
you be able to transport us there?
Where in
So-
Orkenhofen?
Just right outside North Gate
The northern
area.
gate,
You guys
preferably.
put too much faith in this
Outside
man.
the northern gate,
Well, he
and
has a decent
not
intelligence.
to
You should
where
put faith
you
in Jesus.
murdered all
Put
those
faith in the
pirates.
graders.
So the place where you murdered all those pirates is farther up north, and you could, in theory, call your boat
Oh, okay.
via,
I
via
didn't-
sending
I didn't realize that. So,
and have your boat meet you there. It might
yes,
take some time for the boat to
place
get
where we
there.
killed the pirates.
Average speed of about 3 miles an hour.
That's 21, which is over 15. I got us to exactly where you burnt down that pirate outpost.
Good.
After this, me and Joe need to have a duel on
No.
religion.
A duel on religion.
Yeah, just a talk, a debate, and it's gonna be based on roles.
Who was the
It
captain?
is also like.
Well, I
It's
I wrote this book
9:45.
with Joe.
Captain of the
Like,
pirate.
I know it'll be quick. It'll just be a
But
couple
we have
rolls.
a pirate with us, so we're fine.
Just a
But,
couple
I'm
rolls.
not opposed.
Couple rolls.
Yeah, we do.
Need to settle some
I
things.
think I know my shit.
Yeah?
Basically a
I
saint.
expect you
Imagine
to
Are
teach
you,
me your
Are
blasphemy.
you good at apologetics?
I'm an expert
I
at religion.
am, and that I'm the best at
I'm
it.
actually not. I'm not good at religion.
Who has to be in
So.
if you have all these questions?
Alright,
Yeah, I mean, you kind
I
of
have
I'll
swap
officiate.
I'm a
I
professional
don't know what
apologist.
the answers.
I'll
Professional
officiate if you need somebody to
apologist.
officiate
Just
rolls.
real quick, Job, I need you to throw in on this. So, what is your useless offering to save the souls of people.
Eternal life.
So is this just like a
How?
rap battle that you're about to
Through
have?
Jesus.
Seems like it.
Through Psalms.
Through the belief of Jesus and believing and doing what is right.
I think people are gonna. Is that what the Psalms tell, or are they
That's not so
struggles?
convincing. I'm not feeling very convinced.
What?
Like,
Yeah.
hi, my name is Jeff, and I'm not
What
feeling
is-
convinced.
I don't even need to roll for this. I'm talking about true good that people inherently know is right. And you just like, well, there's certain lessons you can learn in someone's Psalms.
Well,
Paladin's calling you out, Clay.
Like, I wish this was taking back at, like, if this conversation was happening at Tommendale, Arian would be like, hi, my name is Jeff, and I want to hear you guys debate about your god. Whoever wins, I'll convert. But I will officiate an actual roll-off. And you guys, like, come with actual lore. You can make yours up, but it's got to be lawful good.
I already got a link.
And you got links, so...
So
oh,
tomorrow,
good.
or next
Next
Saturday,
week.
next Saturday, next
Tune
week,
in next Saturday, the Battle of the Gods.
we're gonna have a
Who is
real.
most persuasive and has the
real
best
day.
lore drop shall win
We're both just like,
Arian's
Yeah, but I have
conversion.
to actually put a little speech
I'll
together
convert.
for that one.
Arian's a believer in Jesus, but he'll convert if you fucking pull it
Really?
off.
Wait, your character?
Yeah, Arian will convert.
I thought we were talking to a beggar here.
no.
Well, I was
Well,
presenting-
yes. Yes, you're definitely talking to a
hey,
beggar.
look, dude, I'll
You're
convert you
definitely talking to a
anytime.
beggar.
Anytime. You know the greater good, and
A
I'll
musician.
show it to you.
But
Just the tip though, right? And no, it's not baby yees. Baby please. Real trust. And they're very good, so. It's all about trust, guys. It's all about trust.